Okay. Can I play music? I wish I can play music. Yes, I am live. Eh, 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 ooh, 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 eh, eh. Hi guys, how you doing? We are live today. Sorry, I did not announce this live because I know myself. I have planned to have lives or to go live several times and I ended up not doing it. So I just did not want to announce it so that I will not disappoint you guys. But today I am here and I want us to have like a girl chat. Let's just chat and talk about different things. Yeah, things like family, friendship, career, health, what is stressing you, or what is the biggest source of yours, or what is the source of your biggest stress, or what is the biggest source of stress in your life right now. Let us talk about it today. How you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, or if you are a regular watcher, or if you're a member of my tribe, the Daisy tribe, you're highly welcome. Thank you for always tuning into my videos, okay? And if this is your first time of seeing this beautiful face, just click that subscribe button. I don't want to talk too much, okay? I don't want to chat. I don't want to start trying to convince you why you should subscribe to my channel, because we have fun here. Forget that. Forget that I've been kind of off and on lately, but we actually have fun here. Hi everyone. Hi Divine, Steph, and Ma'am S. Thank you for joining us today. Let me know what's the biggest source of stress in your life is. Just put it down in the comment section. Let's chat. For me, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so the reason why I decided to, go live and why I decided on this topic is that I realized that a lot of people are under tremendous stress. First of all, the economy is not even smiling anywhere, whether Nigeria or abroad. As you guys know, I am in the UK right now. There's no place I've been to that people are like, oh, the economy is nice, or we are having fun, or we have enough money, or things are going well for us. There's no place. If you ask Nigerians will say Nigeria is the worst. If you ask um the British or people from the UK, they'll tell you that the UK is the worst. If you ask Americans, they'll tell you that in fact America is going under. So there is no place where everybody is just happy and smiling and happy with the state of things, okay? So I want us here to just check in with each other and just discuss and chat and, you know, figure out some things for ourselves, okay? Like if you have any suggestions for anybody, you can leave it in the chat, or if you have any questions for me concerning any of these areas I mentioned, that's the family, friendships, career, academics. Someone said academic stress, academics, life goals, finding love, or the love in your life, maybe relationship issues, children. It's a lot, okay? It's a lot. And this is not victim Olympics, okay? Like nobody's stress is greater. Everybody's stress is relative to them, okay? So what I consider stressful in my life might not be anything to you, but it is stressing me and it is giving me as much stress, both mentally and physically, as whatever you consider stress in your life is giving you stress. Okay, does that make sense? So even if I mention that, oh, what's stressing me now is that I'm trying to pass my 100 level, maybe what they call that in general studies course, and you'll be like, you're still a 100 level. You're talking about general studies. Me, I'm a I'm an aeronautic engineer. I work in SpaceX. You say you're under stress. Me, I work in. Mm-mm. It's not victim Olympics. It's not stress Olympics. Everybody has what is stressing them, and it is affecting them uniquely. Okay. Hi. So someone says extended family stress from Niger. Hmm. To be honest, I really do not I really cannot relate to this to an extent. However, what I will say that me I experience is fear. Let me not call it fear. I refuse to pronounce fear in my life. But what I face when it comes to extended family is whenever I am on social media, whenever I'm hearing the news, whenever things are being reported, my mind immediately goes to my family back in Nigeria or anywhere, even in my family in Canada, wherever I have family, whenever I'm hearing anything that's happening there, I just start feeling, oh my God, I beg God, oh, God, I beg, help my family. I pray about it and I try to remove my mind from it, but it's not easy. It's not easy. It's quite disheartening that many of us are actually away from our families. So many people are away from their family. So it's either you have one person that is abroad or families are not together anymore. So it's either some are abroad, some are in Nigeria, or some are in different states, or some are not even on talking terms. There's something I have been noticing. Well, it's not even in recent times, to be honest. I wanted to say in recent times, but it's not. But I've noticed that there is a serious breakdown in family relationships, okay? Extended family, nuclear family, brother and sister, sister and cousin, uncle and auntie, auntie and mother. Like there has been gradually, it has been happening gradually, but there has been a constant breakdown of the family unit. And it's quite disheartening because the family unit is supposed to be like our primary support system. You are born into a family for a reason. So that's supposed to be your primary support system. But where is it? Support where? Support where? Where is it? So many people are going through a lot in the hands of their families. But even aside, the family members causing issues for you, people are also experiencing, all these barriers, basically, like barriers to having that support system. Because me, I'm living in the UK. My siblings are living in Canada. My parents are in Nigeria. Even if my parents were supposed to go and support somebody, who would they choose? Okay, who would they choose? Of course, if they had to, they will use order of severity or of not importance, but order of severity. Like, let's say now I just give birth. Not me, not me. Let's say now let's say somebody's sister gives birth and somebody else is maybe just started a new job, right? Who would the parents, if the parents were to choose who to go and support, who would they go and support? Most likely they'll go and support the person that just gave birth, right? So there's so many barriers now to having a good support system, and it is affecting us in several different areas of our lives that we might not recognize. Okay. And another thing with even having a good support system is that at the end of the day, money is involved. Okay, you want to have a good support system, but can you afford to take care of that support system? Can you afford it? Like sometimes people just have money for themselves. Okay. um yeah, let me see. Children are stressed, especially in the UK. Yeah. For me, one thing I would say that I know for a fact is that coming to the UK, I just realized that parenting in the UK is slightly different from parenting in Nigeria. Okay, I would say slightly, but I don't know if I were to say which one is easier. To be honest, I would choose Nigeria. Okay, and why do I say that? Aside physical help, which is very important. Me, I need physical help. Like, I need physical help. Some days I'm like, something has to give, right? But aside physical help, because of the way the society is structured here, you have to be on your 10 toes when it comes to your children. You cannot just leave them anyhow. Okay. In Nigeria, I'm not saying Nigeria, you can leave your kids anyhow. In Nigeria, too, things have changed. It's not like before. People have to buckle up right now. However, in Nigeria, at least we still have some cushion here and there, some mitigating factors here and there. But here it's like the wild, wild west. It's like the wild, wild west. It's every man for himself. If you don't put your eyes in your kids' lives, society will force you. Um, Dealing with losing a lot of loved ones. Yeah, it's the reality of so many families right now. Not just like I said, immediate relatives, friends. A lot of friendships are just separated. You know, a lot of friendships are separated, and it's not even. Okay, so let me just give you guys something that happened not so recently, but recently in my own life, right? When I was living in Nigeria, um one of the things that affected me a lot, or that I felt really bad about, was, my friendships that I left behind in Nigeria, because I had good friends in Nigeria, and I just knew that no matter how you say you keep in touch, no matter how you're like, oh, I love this person, we'll never ever not be friends. The person is like, we're tight, we're almost like sisters. No matter how you say that, distance is always a problem. Distance can affect a lot of things, both in relationships, marriage, friendships. Hello. I love you too. Can you close the door? Thank you. So this child. So distance can affect a lot of things, right? So when it comes to friendship, you feel, even though you say, oh, we're going to keep in touch, we're going to be this, the fact that that distance is there makes it a little bit tricky. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to end all your friendships, right? But it makes it a little bit tricky. So that thing really affected me when I moved here. But I was like, okay, I'll survive. No wahala. We'll be fine. We'll not die. Then I got here. I was actually skeptical making friends when I got here. I was not so, I wasn't close to the idea, but I was just not as open to the idea as I thought I would. Because before I left Nigeria, I prayed though. I prayed about friendships. I prayed that when I come here, God just direct the right people to me, direct the right friends to me, open my eyes to see who is good for me and who is not. And I also prayed that I'll be more receptive to friendship, and I'll be more proactive when it comes to friendships. Okay, so I prayed about it in Nigeria, like serious prayer, because I know how important friendships are. I prayed about it in Nigeria. Okay, now I now got here with all the stress of moving and all the stress of trying to arrange your life. I put friendship at the back burner. Like, just stay one corner. Let me focus on my focus. Let me face what is facing me. Then at some point, when I had balanced and gotten a hang of things, I decided to just be open to friendship. So there's this lady that was living close to me that I met. I actually met her through my children, because we were going for a stroll one day, and she was outside with her kids. They were just, I think we saw her kids first. They were just outside. And my kids were like, oh, look at those children. Let's go and say hi. Man, say hi for waiting. Auntie, let us go to where we are going to, because we are going to the park. I said, let us go to where we are going to. Which one is go and say hi? But Cora now, Cora. She was like, let's just go and say hi. It's simple. Let's just go and say hi. I was like, okay, let's just go and say hi. So we went to say hi, and then I met her. And just a few conversations that we had, I just felt that she's the kind of person that I could be friends with. Okay. And then over time, we'll just say hi. I felt like she's the kind of person I would be friends with. First of all, she's Nigerian. She lives close to me. She has younger kids, even though her kids are, younger than my kids. Well, younger than Cora and Ava, but, my kids could hang out with her kids. So it just felt like a perfect arrangement. Only for one day, she now told me that she was relocating to Canada. She now relocated. She eventually relocated to Canada. Okay. And I was like, okay. So after dealing with leaving my friends in Nigeria, I now came here. I saw a friend. I said, okay, let me collect now. This one now left me. I went to Canada. Should I now pack my things so I'll be going to the Canada? After all, my siblings are there. I'm laughing, but it's not really, it's funny, but it's not that funny. Okay. It was quite annoying. So after she left, I was like, so I'll now come and start dealing with this thing again. If I now make friends here in the UK, so people in the UK used to jackpot too. I did not know. I thought the UK was people's final destination. So people used to jackpot in the UK. Okay, so that's how I'll now open my heart and now make friends. Then people will now jackpot and leave me here. It's not gonna happen. So after she left, I didn't find it funny. I was like, okay, let me just stay on my own. But still, I still made friends here, and so far so good. I'm enjoying it, right? But there's this feeling behind, somewhere at the back of my mind, that all these friendships you're making, they will soon end. They will soon end. So just don't reveal too much, don't do too much. It's something. It's actually something. Someone says somebody's sister gave birth. Not you rejecting it for yourself and sister. Yeah, so my dear, somebody's sister gave birth. Whoever needs children, they are the ones that gave birth. Happy New Year to you. Loneliness and distance from family, missing out in family special occasions, special occasions and milestones. Yeah, it's especially sad for those who are outside the country, going on social media and seeing your family members having, fun. I know that is December, but to be honest, I don't know if it's just me, Sha, but I didn't really feel nostalgia during 30 December. Like I would go on social media and see people talking about, oh, 30 December, 30 December, but it didn't make me feel any type of way. I was happy for them, but I didn't feel like, I wish I was in Nigeria. Nah, I didn't feel that way. But I get what you mean. Let me drink water. I don't know why I'm just here clearing throat in people's ears. Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, so support system, friendships are really, really important, but we are losing it. I was watching one video recently where a lady was talking about how when it comes to friendships that people just have excuses, but the truth is that you're not willing to do what it takes for you to make friends. Okay, you are not most people are not good friends, or most people are turning into bad friends, but they are the ones complaining the most about oh, no friendships. I want to have good friendships. I want to be this, I want to be that. But at the same time, when opportunities for you to develop such friendships come, you will not do anything about it. You rather be at home. She talked about someone who, I think what even brought the whole conversation up was someone who was having her baby shower, and few like an hour before the baby shower or few hours before the baby shower, people were just canceling left, right, and center. So this lady saw that story and then came to rant about it, about how I think it happened to her too. Her own was bridal shower, where some people canceled the day off. Some people canceled 45 minutes before the bridal shower. Meanwhile, there were several you RSVPs, and you RSVP'd, and there were several reminders about it. You didn't say anything. Then a few hours before, you now cancel. So she was now saying that, oh, many people are not ready to put in the work to maintain or have meaningful friendships, but they keep complaining about it. So people are saying, oh, it's because of jobs, it's because of this, it's because of that. But the truth is that you are just being a bad friend. You are not doing what it takes to maintain the friendship. And I agree with her. Okay, I agree with her a lot. However, I feel like another thing that is really, really affecting friendships is how easy it is for us to get instant gratification from the comfort of our home. Okay, at least for me, I feel like that's part of the reason, Sha. Because I can stay in my house, or people like me, Sha, that we can stay in our house, we can watch TV, we can eat popcorn with our family, we can scroll on our phones, we can watch a series or a movie, and we are good. Okay, like for the most part, we do not crave social interaction. For people like us, if you do not make a conscious effort to make and develop friendships, you will be a loner. Okay, you will be a loner. So I feel like that's the problem. The ease of what they call the name, dopamine rush. What is it? Dopamine rush, they call it dopamine reward. Okay, the how easy it is to get that reward is part of the problem. Meanwhile, while you were in Nigeria, how many December were you dating? Hence why you didn't miss it. Oh, that's true. Actually, that's totally true. Because even when I was in Nigeria, I wasn't 30 December in anything, so I know that's why I didn't miss it. And again, I think another thing is my idea of 30 December is not what I was seeing. What I was seeing was people hopping from club to club to club to club to club, drinking here. It's not my idea of fun. It's not my idea of partying or being happy. My own idea of partying and being happy is just meeting with my family, my siblings, all of us gathering together in the village and just having fun, eating from morning to night. Eating, gisting, sleeping, eating from morning to night. Me and my mom just talking, coin all the asiri that we can cool. Okay, for those who are not Igbo, asiri is like, it's gossip basically, but not really. Well, asiri is gossip or gist basically. Coin all the asiri that we can cool, just having visitors here and there, but for the most part, me and my family just being together. To me, that's the 30th December I could have. But what I was seeing on social media was just club to club, party to party. I was like, and many of you don't even like yourselves. That's even the problem. The biggest problem is that many of you don't even like yourselves. Many of you are competing. Many of you are just there, sizing each other up. That's why Madam Joyce came to rant. That's why Madam Joyce came to rant, calling herself high profile personality or whatever. Everybody say you're not, you're this, you're that. It has the reason why, because you are not doing your dirty December with genuine, I don't know, with genuine love. It's just, I don't know. That's what I think, Sha. To an extent, I know there's some people that are genuinely having fun and happy, but many people are just there sizing each other up. That's why they were having issues. Okay, someone said, is it bad to be a loner? No, it is not bad to be a loner at all. It is not bad to be a loner. However, you have to be careful and you have to understand who you are. Self-awareness is very important. So know who you are and then understand the disadvantages of who you are. Okay, because whether you are a loner or you are a social butterfly, there are disadvantages and advantages to each, right? So know your advantages, work on them, like enjoy and use them to your advantage, and then your disadvantages, try and work on them. Okay, do not totally change who you are because of social expectations. However, be careful of how you choose to live your life based on who you are, because whether we like it or not, we live in a world with people, and human beings are social in nature, no matter how much of a loner you think you are. Even serial killers, even the most psychotic serial killers, they crave social interaction in one way or the other. Okay, I heard when somebody was saying that's why even in prison with the most hardened criminals, if you want to break them, you put them in solitary confinement. Okay, so no matter how much you want to say, because I've had this conversation with my husband. Okay, my husband is he's a loner. Okay, he's a very introverted introvert, or he can be a very introverted introvert. Okay, me, I'm introverted though, but in fact, at this point, I feel like I'm ambivalent. Is it what they call it? Like I can be both. Okay, I can be extroverted if I want or when I want to be, and I can be introverted. And social media has made me more extroverted. Okay, so I am more extroverted on social media. But my husband believes that he can survive without anybody for months. Like he can survive. I think we were talking about solitary confinement. I can't remember how the conversation just came about, right? But talking about solitary confinement, and he was like, that he doesn't even see what's so bad there that he can survive. I was like, Oga, you cannot. You lie. You cannot trick me. You cannot. The you that I know, you cannot. But he swears up and down that he can. I'm like, you can't, okay? You think you can. You think you can, but you cannot. I told him that the mere fact that he's even married and he chose to have kids shows that he's not as much as a loner as he thinks he is. Okay. So anyway, all I'm trying to say is that as much as being a loner is not a disadvantage, you have to be careful about how you interact with people and how you interact in the world, because whether you like it or not, people are social beings and people will judge you based on how social you are. And in several situations, it can affect you tremendously, especially in things like your career. If you have, even if you have a 9 to 5, but most especially if you're a business person, but if you have a 9 to 5, it can affect you. It can affect your growth. It can affect your office experience if you are a loner. Okay, it can also affect you. In fact, it will affect you a lot in business. So yeah, it's good because people that are loners are able to be introspective. They are able to stay away from bad friends, okay, or bad influence, but they are able to um derive joy from within, which is very, very good, it's like one of the strongest attributes you can have as a human being. Okay, so if you're a loner, don't feel like there's something wrong with you. It is one of the strongest attributes you can have as a human being, to be able to be on your own and just derive joy on your own without depending on external sources or without depending on other people, right? So it's a very good thing. However, because you live in a world and you have to navigate, this world, you have to find a balance. Not everyone crave social interaction and hence would not put in the effort because it is not a need or priority. Yeah, it's what I was trying to say. It's not a need. It's not a need. Well, it's a need though. It's a need. It may not be your priority, but it's actually a need. Social interaction is actually a need. And sometimes you might be going through things that you feel you don't know what you don't know that is being caused because you don't have enough social interactions, or you don't have meaningful social interactions, or you don't have meaningful friendships or meaningful connections with other people. So you might be going through something in your life right now that would have been made better if you had meaningful friendships or meaningful connections with people, maybe a relationship with a spouse or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or your family members or something, right? Which that's your interaction with them would have made things better for you, but you will not know. So yes, it might not be a priority, but it is actually a need for everybody. So just work on this, because I'm saying all these things as somebody who does not crave it. Okay. I remember telling somebody this thing that sometimes I ask myself, is something wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with me. I'm perfect. Okay. 10 over 10, 100 over 100. I know I'm perfect, right? Like you can't see me anywhere. You can't see two of me in this world. So I'm perfect. But sometimes I ask myself, what's going on with you? Because I don't crave a lot of things that people crave. However, I have mastered the art of acting like I crave it. Okay. Because again, I know the importance of such things. Okay. So I think I've not even mastered it fully, but I've gotten a hang of acting like I like people. That sounds very psychotic. But what I mean is that I've mastered the act of acting like I need people in my space, or I want to have interactions with people, because deep down I really don't care. But I've mastered that act because I know that the way you show up in this world really affects so many things. Okay. So anyway, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. I don't think I can really explain it to just anybody, but I think people who are like me will understand that sometimes if you search deep down, this thing you're doing, you don't really feel like it. Okay. Even when we go out and we're having fun and just gisting with people and laughing and just being ourselves, being ourselves in quotes and laughing and everything, you are doing it though. But deep down in your heart, it's almost like you're acting drama. And you can almost like step aside and see yourself acting the drama and seeing how people are reacting to the drama that you're acting. And you're like, oh, that's good. Okay, I'm making an impact with this my drama. But deep down, you don't give two shits. You don't give a flying rat ass what is happening there. But yeah, that's how I am. Oh. Let me just confess. That's how I am. So again, this is me just being open with you guys. I feel that way, but I understand the importance of social interaction. That is why I try to fake it till I make it. Okay. So, and one thing again about social interaction is that or being a loner is the more of a loner you are, the more of a loner you become. Okay. The more you are like, I don't need people, I don't care about people, I just want to stay on my own, I just want to be on my own, the worse it gets. And I've seen this in real time. It happens a lot. I've seen people that, let me not give you examples, but I've seen people that over time they became more of a recluse. And you'll be wondering what's wrong with this person. You try to talk to them, you try to bring them out of their shell, you try to interact with them, but it just got worse over time. And there's one story I just remember now that is making me feel sad. Let me not go into it. Okay, I lost a friend that thing happened to, and it was not funny. Okay, where did I stop? I actually don't crave social interactions too, and I know I'm normal. Maybe I'm a loner, sha. Yeah, if you don't crave it, it's actually normal not to crave it, but you have to find the balance. Exactly, I wanted to say that. Okay, you cannot. No one can really stay alone, no matter how little the interaction is. It helps keep. It helps keep. It helps us keep sane and alive. Yeah, that's fact. It helps us keep sane and alive. There was a time in my life where I literally did not talk to people for weeks. Okay. So then it was when I left my job and I was trying to get pregnant. So I was battling infertility at that point, and I left my job. In fact, I had a miscarriage first of all. Then I left my job after the miscarriage, and I was just alone at home. And then my husband was always traveling for work. So I was literally at home 2 to 3 weeks at a time. You guys, I would stay indoors for that whole duration without talking to anybody. Now, granted, my cheat code was I had my husband I was talking to on the phone, but besides my husband and then occasional calls from my parents and even my sister, I wasn't even really chatting with her that much. And I remember recently she talked about it. There was a time last year where I almost entered that period again. Not fully, but I was almost like that. And then my sister now said, you now, when you're going through something, you just blank everybody, you won't tell anybody, and you just keep to yourself. Are you going through something right now? So I had to just tell her what I was going through. Okay. So, but that period when I was going through that infertility and I was just like, I beg, everybody just leave me alone, not talk to me. Do you know that people will come to my house, like literally come to my house and be ringing my bell and I won't open the door. In my mind, I'm like, don't tell me you're coming now. No, just show up in my house and think that I'll just open the door for you. People will be ringing the bell. It was later when I was like, I looked back, I was like, no, that was maybe people now will say it's depression. I didn't feel like I was going through depression, to be honest. I felt happy. I felt happy where I was. I wasn't feeling sad. I just felt like I just didn't want to talk to anybody. Like people talking to me was like stressing me, okay? So I won't say I was going through depression, but that was how I felt. People will be ringing the bell. I will not open the door. Gizman will come and be ringing the bell. I will not open the door. People will be calling my phone. I will not pick. People send messages. I will not open. Like I won't open WhatsApp. I won't open any mail. Nothing. Like, and I will hold my phone and be watching things on my phone. I'll see messages dropping, but I will not pick. I will not receive any call. So that period in my life was actually very weird. And when I look back now, I'm like, nah, man, I never want to fall into that again. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. Yeah. That's me. I actually love my space. Yeah. Oh, hi. Ijoma. How you doing? Sister IJ of the Most High. Sometimes I wish I could send my husband and kids back. See, this is, in fact, I can't. I wish I could just send them packing. You guys, okay, now coming to this UK, first of all, this house is too small for my liking. I keep saying it. And the house being small is not just the size of the house, it's the fact that the walls are thin. I hear everything. Oh my goodness. I hear everything. Now, this office now, I'm sharing it with my husband. Anytime I come here, and mind you, my husband is the more organized one out of the two of us. But having to shift my husband's laptop so I can put my laptop and do my work, it's like, can I just be alone? Who did I offend? Who did I offend? Sometimes I feel like just sending everybody, just leave me alone, or let me just move out. Let me just move out and just go and stay somewhere and then be visiting you guys. I'll visit you guys maybe 3 times a week, and then I go back to my own space. So I have that feeling. I actually understand that feeling, but at this point in my life, I feel like if I even try it, Nami go come back, Nami go rush back. Okay, I don't think I can do it now, but from time to time that feeling comes. You look stunning. Thank you. I love my space and I can stay indoors for long. But whenever I take a stroll in the outside, okay, but whenever I take a stroll in the outside world, I tend to feel relieved. Exactly. I know the funny thing. Anytime I take a stroll, I will say, I need to be taking strolls more often. I'll make a mental note. I can even make a physical note about how right now, after today, I'll be a strolling person. I'll be somebody who takes regular walks. I remember when I first moved to this area. My area is actually a very nice area. Like the environment is really nice. We have really nice roads, really nice, very nice area. Even the way the houses are, plenty space. When I first moved here, I was like, thank you, Jesus. I'll be taking strolls every 2 to 3 days, like, every once in a while, like not once in a while, once in 2 days, I'll be taking strolls. I'll be walking. Oh, me and my kids will take a walk. Ask me how many times I have taken that stroll, at least by myself. Ask me how many times I have done it, even with all the facilities that we have here. Nope. But anytime I take a stroll, I'm like, this is so refreshing. I feel good. This is going to be my new normal. Now, so after I come into my house, I'm like, I like my house, I beg. I like my space. Let me stay indoors. I love staying alone, but when I'm with my friends, I have so much fun, and I'm always like, why don't I do this often? Exactly. That's it now. Exactly. And even when you guys are leaving, you'll be like, oh my god, I wish today will not end. Let's do this more often. You'll be making different dates and different plans. Once you reach your house, that's the end of it. It don't end. Everybody face your side. At least I promise you, we have so much similarities because I understand exactly what you're talking about. Trust. Yeah. Yeah. I know you mean the acting, seeing yourself acting. Yeah. I know a few people understand it. That's how I feel most times. Social interaction is overrated. Yeah, it can be overrated. It is not always overrated, but it can be overrated. And for me, I am more about quality than quantity. So quality time, quality friendships than lots of friends and spending lots of time outside. Okay. All this we outside, we outside. I'm not outside. I don't want to be outside. Can we meet in your house or my house? That's my dream friendship hangout. You know, when my dream friendship hangout is me and one or two or three friends hanging out either in my house or their house, preferably their house, so that I can leave them there and go back home to the peace and quiet in my own house. Okay, that's my dream hangout. But many people, their dream hangout is party, going out, having fun, drinking, this one, plenty people, club, all those things, weddings. Me, my dream interaction is just one or two people in a house somewhere and just gisting for hours. And that's why I don't even like the club, because the music is so loud. You can't even gist. Everybody's just shouting. Nah, it's not sweet for me. That's how I feel. I really wish we could do a video on this topic together, as I am in that place alone for 4 months. Okay, what topic? You mean please, Lulu's diary. Please clarify what you mean. Topic that we can do together. Adeze, an ultimate fave on YouTube. Why do I relate so much to everything that is being said? Thank you. Lulu Diaries, you love your channel. Okay, so Lulu Diaries, I will check your channel, but clarify what you mean about the topic that we should discuss. I feel like I'm just rambling. Okay, I missed some. Exactly, fun sometimes can be stressful and dramatic, and it's necessary to build friendships because you can't do this world alone either. Yeah, either whether you like it or not, but either you like it or not, but deep down, I don't give a flying F. Yeah, like, uh, do not at some point, let me not lie, you. This thing you just said, one time I was watching, I watch all these crime shows a lot. Like, my husband's always saying, "What are you watching? What are you watching?" Because me, I don't watch horror. I don't like horror movies, horror anything, even action. There's a level to my action movies. I like action movies that are fun, or thrillers that are fun. But you see all these action movies where they are showing them slicing somebody's head, cut all those things. Nah, I don't like it. Right? But I can watch crime documentaries, like a whole season 1, season 2, season 3 of maybe all those people that are killed by their lovers or married but waiting, or people that have been duped by lovers, all those kind of things. I can watch them, right? And in one video, they were talking about symptoms of psychopathy, or they were describing psychopaths, and they said that psychopaths do not have feelings, but they pretend to have feelings. Like, they act like they have feelings. Like, they watch other people. They watch other people. Okay, they watch how other people interact and how other people display emotions. Then they copy it and recreate it or act it out, but they don't feel it. I say, hey, Chukwaju, God forbid, I reject it for myself. I reject it in Jesus' name. I beg go. Hey, when I heard it, I was like, because I can relate to an extent. I was like, no, please, it's not me, Anyway, the truth is that it can be a symptom, but it doesn't mean that you're a psychopath. It's just that people that are psychopaths, they have it and other things, right? Yeah, and their own is even more severe. Me, I have genuine emotions. Those ones, they don't have genuine emotions. They just copy everything. Me, I have genuine emotions. It's just that in many cases, I try to act just to make people feel better anyway, or make, basically you get. Yeah, so hi Nneka and Anastasia, thank you. She said clubs are overrated for real. Yeah, they are. They are actually. Um, the topic on being alone when things are going on in our lives. Okay, yes, please. We actually need to talk about it. If you guys watched Amarachi's video recently, please, you guys help me help Amarachi. I don't enter Amarachi's topic, but please help me help Amarachi. Please help me subscribe to her channel and help me watch her videos, okay? Amarachi lost monetization on her channel because she did not post nothing. I mean, I was like, I have so many things that are facing me. I cannot leave my own and come and be doing your own for you. If you don't want to do it, then that's your business, okay? But she has learned her lesson, please. We're not on Amarachi's case. But when I watched Amarachi's video, I saw where she mentioned this thing too. And I always knew it about her, right? Even when we were living together, I always knew it about her. I was the one that had to call her several times to ask her what's going on. Are you going through something? Is anything happening? I'll be asking her, she'll say, no, she'll be laughing. I'm like, no, tell me what's happening to you in school. Because I could relate to her, right? So even in that her video, she was saying it where she was going through things and she didn't tell me. She didn't tell me. I was just hearing this here and there that something's going on with Amarachi, but she didn't tell me until I had to ask her. She now opened up to me, right? So I think it is a personality trait for some people. Some people go through things loudly. I know people like that once they're going through anything, they're calling everybody everybody callable. Just make sure you're not the cause of their problem, because they are going to tell the whole world. They are going to tell the whole world. They call everybody callable. They want to be with friends. They want to talk to people. They want to, reach out to people so that they can discuss their problems, right? But people like me or people like us, whenever we're going through something, don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't come around me, don't touch me, don't ask me. Just stay on your own. Let me stay on my own and deal with what is dealing with me, right? When I am now done dealing with the thing, then I will now come and be giving you as gist of what happened. But while I am going through it, I really don't like discussing it. Okay, so I think it's just a personality trait that I don't know if I'll say it's good or bad, to be honest. Because my husband says that this thing that they say, any problem half shared is half solved, or a problem shared is half solved. My husband says that thing is a lie. That saying does not make sense. I know where he's coming from. Okay, what he's saying is that if you share your problem with the wrong person, it does not change anything. It can even compound your problem for you. Okay, so I get what he's saying, but I believe that it is true to an extent. Because sometimes even therapy, what is therapy? Sometimes therapy is you solving your own problems aloud. Okay, somebody will sit you down and be asking you, okay, so what now happened, and then what now happened, and then what now happened, and then you see yourself talking until you now by yourself with yourself, you will narrate the problem, you will even narrate the solution to the problem by yourself, and they will be like, see, you knew the problem all along, or you knew the solution all along. Okay, so even sharing your problem sometimes can actually help the problem. Let's see. My dream hangout can never be inside. What are we doing inside? I don't like noise, but let's go out. Are you serious? Yeah, there are people like, in fact, many people are like that actually. They prefer to go out. My own is indoors. But when I go out, that's the funny part. When I go out, well, meaningful going out, not club. But when I go out to be meaningful places, I actually enjoy it. But I think it's the loud noise that's my major problem. If, for instance, my friends and I go and hang out at a restaurant and spend time there just gisting and talking and laughing and eating, even though there are other people there, I enjoy it. But when it's club and there's noise, or wedding and the wedding is going on for too long, I'm like, I want to go now. I want to go. What are people still doing here? I want to go. Okay, can I interview you for my blog? Sure, send me an email. Anastasia. Yeah, too much friends sometimes brings distraction and so much gossip. Yeah. Lulu Diaries, I think I will check your channel out. Yeah, you guys should check our channel out. I'll also check it out as well. I'm also like that. It makes it easier to deal with. Okay, it makes it easier to deal with. Okay, it makes it easier to deal with it when I tell people and I feel less sad, especially when I discuss with someone that can relate. It's actually great to share. Yes, you mentioned something very, very important. When when you meet like minds or you meet people that can relate, it actually feels really good. And that's one thing I like about social media, or the way social media is right now. Social media now, everybody is being 100. People are just showing up as themselves. People are sharing everything and anything. So sometimes it's too much. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm like, hey, hey, don't tell family on this social media. I don't get family. Sometimes it's too much, but one thing it does is that it helps most of or many of us feel like, oh, we're not alone in this world. Our experiences are not so unique. Sometimes I'll be reading something that somebody in maybe India or China or America is talking about, and it sounds exactly like what I experienced growing up, or what I'm experiencing currently, or what I'm seeing in my marriage. Because especially when women talk about what their husbands do, I'm like, I can relate. Like, this is exactly my husband, the way husbands interact. And then even when I see husbands complaining about certain things on social media, I'm like, my husband complains about this thing. Oh. So we all have universal experiences. The truth is that human beings are more alike than not, but we tend to amplify our differences or negativity because of our nature, okay? But human beings are actually more alike than not. It would be easy for all of us to come together, like the whole world. It would be easy for there to be peace on this earth, but it's unlikely because of human nature. Does that make sense? Yeah. So when you meet your fellow human being, whether the person is white, black, red, whatever color, you guys are more likely more likely going to have things in common than not. But again, it's easy for us to see our differences and harp on our differences and keep, judging each other for it. If you share to the right people and someone that can relate, it's easier to process your emotions, even if the problem isn't there. Yeah. Anytime I go out, I need a week to literally recover. Exactly. I don't think people understand that thing of needing time to recover. I say when I film videos, going out is even long. Anytime I film videos, like if I do this live now, I don't think I can film any video again till like maybe tomorrow night or even Monday. That's how draining social interaction is to me. Like, I can't. I'll just like see. I just want to be alone. I remember one day I filmed marathon videos. I think I filmed like 5 videos that day. The moment I was done, I just went, had my bath. I told everybody, please, I think God beg you, don't talk to me, don't call me, don't remember I'm at home, okay? If you need anything, go and meet your daddy, and don't go and meet him loudly, or don't go and say, Daddy, no, 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 no. Whisper it to him because I don't want to hear anything. I just need that silence to like center myself back. But I don't know if everybody can relate. Maybe that's because your space is peaceful and your home is your sanctuary. Yeah, yeah, that's why I think it's important for people to make their home their sanctuary. And making your home your sanctuary is not just about what you bring in, it's also about what you remove. Okay. Decluttering is very important. What you remove from your house is very, very important. I even made a video recently about things that we are blind to. I'll put up that video maybe soon. But yeah, clutter is one of those things that you can be blind to. Even if you feel like you're the most organized person, you can't be cluttered. Check your house. There's something that is you have clutter. Um, if you share with a problem. Okay, where do I stop? That's because yeah. I'm actually a registered psychotherapist, qualified. Okay, and what you said about sharing problems is true. As therapists, we give clients tools, but most times clients have the solution already. Exactly. Thank you. I'll send you an email. Okay. I'm single, so no husband, no kids, and I live alone. I spend a lot of times in the confines of my apartment. I am so used to being alone, and when I leave the house, I normally fly solo. So normal to me. Yeah. People think I'm weird for not needing connection, for not needing constant human interaction or being in the presence of others. When life happens and I'm going through something, I basically just shut everything and everyone out, yeah, and reappear once the storm has settled. Yet again, people think I'm weird for that. I'm not bothered again. I'm a non-conformist. I'm a conformist, yeah. So people must just get used to it. I can also relate to almost everything you said. Yeah, and about being a non-conformist or non-conformist. Why is that word sounding different in my head? It sounds different in my head than how I'm saying it. But anyway, one thing, see, let me tell you guys something. Let me tell you something. I've realized that in this day and age, if most people are doing A, you are better off doing B. Okay? If majority of the world believes in something, check for the alternative, check for the opposites, and look at least. I'm not saying you must go, because there are people that just want to oppose everything for the sake of opposing it. There are people like that. I'm not saying be that kind of person, right? But I'm saying that if everybody is gravitating towards the left, go and check the right and see what's happening there for yourself, and then decide for yourself whether or not people on the left are right. Okay. Left are right. Yeah, because I have realized that herd mentality is so strong these days. It is so strong that if you're not careful, you are going to fall for it. Herd mentality, misinformation, deceit, fake news, all sorts. I might be a conspiracy theorist for this, but all sorts of things are flying. And if you are not careful, you are going to end up like majority of the population that are sad and broke and unhealthy. Okay. So if people are saying, oh, or if people think this is the normal thing to do, go and look into the abnormal thing and decide for yourself with an open mind whether or not that thing is abnormal. Okay. So you came on live. Hallelujah. Hi, blessed Louise. Yes, I came on live. I was supposed to go live in the morning, but I was editing my Young Rich and Young Famous and African. You guys, by the way, my second channel is back up, okay? That channel. Just know that God is helping me on that channel, okay? But my second channel is back up. I am reviewing Young, Famous, and African, also Real Housewives of Lagos. I'm up to date with the Real Housewives of Lagos. I've done episode 1 and 2 of Young, Famous, and African. Even though the 8 seasons are out, I'm doing it two episodes. The 8 episodes, I mean, even though all the episodes are out, I'm doing 2 episodes per video so that you guys can follow it if you do not watch the show. But I prefer it if you guys watch the show and still watch my video so that we can chat in the comment section, okay? But either ways, it's fine. What was I saying? Okay, yeah, so that was why I did not come live in the morning. I wanted to just go live in the morning, do my makeup on camera like I used to do, Shabon. I just couldn't. That video was stressing me to edit. But when it comes to my second channel, the way I edit videos there is kind of different. On this channel, I just do cut and join. Let's just be going. But on that channel, I try to put so many effigies into it, and it takes a longer time to edit. So that's why. But I love that channel, to be honest. And no matter how I neglect it or whatever, I will still find my way back. I will still go back, okay? As long as there are interesting things happening. Being weird is not necessarily bad, I think. Yeah, it's not necessarily bad. It just depends on the kind of weird you are, but it's not necessarily bad. Great seeing you live. Now make this make sense. How can you be a YouTuber while saying social interactions exhaust you? My sister, you don't see him now. you don't see him now. That's reality. And you know the funny thing? I've watched a lot of YouTubers or content creators. Trust me, majority, I think I've said this several times, to be honest. Majority of YouTubers or content creators that you know, the majority of them do not like social interactions, or do not like, or are introverts, or are people that would rather just be at home than go out. That is why we found YouTube. That is why we found content creation. Think about it. That's why we found YouTube and content creation, because many of us do not like social interaction. So we want to interact, but we don't want to interact the regular way people interact. That's why we do social media. That's why we are making videos from the comfort of our homes with our lights and cameras, where you can talk anyhow, do anyhow, edit it, and then put it up. Okay, rather than when you have to interact with people live and direct, and people are judging you, and you're just feeling awkward. This one, if I feel awkward about the video, I don't upload it. So trust me, most people who ended up okay, well, before, not that people are jumping into content creation for the money. Before, many people found YouTube, Vine, all those social media apps. Which one are the popular ones then? I think it was Vine, YouTube, before Instagram, Facebook, and all, right? Many people that were content creators there were actually introverted. You look so much like my cousin, Achana. Are you serious? Again, I look like everybody. Is my face that generic? I look like a lot of people. It's crazy. I always say that the only people that can give me advice are people that have been through same thing or are currently going through same thing. Any other person is just guessing. Yeah, facts. And trust me, even people that have been through the same thing, many of them are speaking from their own experience. Remember, everybody is not the same. All humans, we're all different, right? So even when I'm speaking to people who have gone through the same thing that I am going through, I still take their advice with not with a grain of salt now, with a spoon of salt. I take their advice because I mean you've gone through what I'm going through, or you're going through what I'm going through. So you can help me more than the average person. However, because of human differences, your solutions might just be your solutions because because of how they affect you, not how they might actually affect me. So yeah. Yeah, spot on about herd mentality. Thanks for your insight. Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll look into it. Thank you. I checked you out and you are doing beautifully amazing. Oh, nice. Yes, majority are introverted. I hibernate when necessary. Exactly. You just nailed it. Yeah. This live is live. Thank you. You guys should ask me questions, though. Please ask me questions in comment section. Majority of YouTubers and content creators I know don't like social interactions. They are always almost shy and introverted. Exactly. That's just the fact. Let me tell you guys, I met okay, let me not call names, yeah. But when I went to South Africa for the YouTube Black event, I met hey, Igbo girl. Oh. Even in this UK, it is affecting me. I met so many YouTubers and I was shocked that I was even more lively than them. I was like, how? And I'm talking comedians. I'm talking about people that are funny, people that are on social media that are just doing funny things. You're a comedian, you're a funny person, you make very interesting videos, but in person you're just like calm, collected, just quiet, just on your own, just. And I was like, oh, how am I the one that is talking more in between the both of us? So yeah, people are actually very, very many content creators are not what you see online. And again, it's not that we are faking it though, okay? It's not that maybe we fake some aspects of it, right? But it's not that we are faking it, but it is that you are seeing a side of us that we usually reserve for a select few, right? So the side of me that I reserve for my very close friends and my family members, I am giving it to you guys because even though I am showing it to you guys, I am just with my camera. Okay, I know that makes sense. So yeah, that's why we seem different when you now meet us in person, because normally in person, if you're not in my close circle, you will not see me the way I am like this. I will be more put together, calm and collected. Yeah. Okay, not sure if you've answered this, but how has the weight loss you've made? See, I don't need glasses in Jesus' name. I want to say, do I need glasses? I don't need glasses in Jesus' name. I need to just calm down and read. Not sure if you've answered this, but how has the weight loss you've made? How? What is happening here? Jesus. Okay, let's go again. Not sure if you've answered this, but how has the weight loss you've had made you feel? I am also on a weight loss journey, and it has boosted my self-esteem and I feel healthier. Thank you. Is it ordinary? You guys, I studied English. Oh. Many people don't know that. Many people don't know that I actually studied English. Like, and I'm good at it. Oh, I'm very good at writing. But you see, speaking is the entire person. Anyway, yeah, it has made me feel health. I mean, obviously, I'm healthier. It made me happier, or it makes me happier now. Like, I'm happy with myself, happy with my body, happy with my progress. I'm also feeling good, as you guys can tell. So I feel good. I feel happy. But the major reason why I feel happy is that I now feel like I'm now proud of the mom that I am, because that was one part of me that I wasn't proud of, even though I'm mostly proud of the kind of mom that I am. I'm mostly proud of myself, but that was one side of me that I wasn't proud of, because I was like, what kind of nonsense? What kind of nonsense example are you setting for your kids? Especially because I have at least one child who takes after me when it comes to body structure. Okay. I have one child that when I look at her, I can I can almost see myself. I can almost see myself at that age, how I was. And that was the age I was at when I started going through my weight issues, right? It was exactly that age. So I was like, okay, if my child is now at this age where I can remember vividly, this was the time when I started having self-esteem issues or weight issues, not necessarily self-esteem issues, but that was when I became very aware and conscious of my weight. How do I help my child not go through what I went through when I look like I'm still going through it? When I look the way I looked. So right now, I am now happier as a mom because I am setting the right examples. Okay. So there was something that happened recently where my husband came back from work and he came into the kitchen. My kids were seated. Well, I think we were gisting or something, and he came into the kitchen and he said, "Oh my God, he's so hungry." I said, why are you? Because normally he doesn't come in like that. I was like, why are you so hungry? Like, have you not eaten since morning? He now said, no, he didn't eat anything since morning. I said, when did that one start now? Is that the new style? Then Ava now said, he's copying you. And I said, what do you mean? She now said, you don't eat until this time. You don't eat all day until this time. So that is copying you. I was like, so my kids know that I don't eat until evening. I didn't know that they knew. Okay, I know that. I mean, I do it in their, well, I don't do it in their presence. So I know that I've said it several times that, oh, I've not eaten since morning. No. But I didn't know that they were internalizing it that, oh, mommy has not eaten since morning, right? So when they just said that, I was like, okay, this thing that they say, being a good parent is not about what you say, it's about what you do. It is facts. It is facts. Okay. I remember having this conversation with my sister where I was telling her that I feel like the reason why, because okay, we were having different conversations about, why did we turn out the way we turned out? Like my mom's kids, well, my parents' kids, right? Me and my siblings, basically. Why did we turn out the way we turned out? Because all of us basically have the same personality to a large extent. So one person is more extroverted. Like my younger sister is more extroverted. She's not even like the biggest extrovert in the world, right? But she's more friendly. She's more smiley. She's kind of person that if she walks into a room, she'll be like, "Hi, hello." Oh, when I go out with her, I used to feel like a Grinch. I used to feel like one. I don't even know how to explain it because I'll enter a place, I'll greet one or two people and I'll rest. Okay. My sister will be like, hello, hi, how are you? And she'll be smiling. And genuine smile or genuine greeting. It's not like, oh, she's faking it. She's genuinely happy to see them. Oh my, how are you? This one, this one. Yeah, I mean, one corner, I'm like, okay. So, but yeah, so she's like that. But for the most part, we all have the same personalities. Like, even on our group chat or when we discuss, it's almost like exactly, yes, yes, yes. We'll just agree with each other because we all have almost the same personality. So we're like, why did we turn out this way? Because if you look at my parents do not have the same personality. My father is way different from my mom, even though fundamentally they have the same values. But when it comes to how they express themselves and their outward expression of their inner thought process, my father is completely different from my mom, right? So how did we turn out the way we turned out? And one thing I was the conclusion we came to was that it's not so much what my parents said to us, because there were so many things they did not say to us that even right now we are doing that they didn't say to us, right? It's not so much what they said to us, it is how they behaved, right? So there's some things that I do now that my mom did not just sit me down and start telling me, oh, you must do this to somebody. If somebody is your friend, you must do like this with the person. No, she never said it to me, but I saw myself manifesting those things, right? So recently, I know I'm going all over the place, but just stick with it, stick with the gist, okay? I'm getting somewhere. Recently, my husband told me, you don't behave like a mama, Abi. He said it. And I was like, what does that mean? Is it shade? I trying to yab me? I trying to yab my mom? Like, what does that mean? Because the way he said it, you don't behave like a mama, Abi. I said, what do you mean? He now said, whenever you just make a friend, or whenever you like somebody, whenever somebody is your friend, you start doing too much for the person. That's what my husband said. You start doing too much for the person, like you start doing so much for the person, like your mama now. And I was like, oh my goodness, are you serious? I was happy. I was proud of it, even though he said it. It wasn't shade, but he was making an observation that, I was like that, right? I was happy because my mom is that kind of person that if my mom likes you, she doesn't even need to like you. If my mom gets to meet you, okay, where we are different is that my mom will poke. She will poke. She wants to know what's going on in your life. She wants to know what's going on with your family. She wants to help. She will help you. She will help your family. She will help your sister, your brother, your auntie, your uncle, everybody related to you that needs help. If she can help, she will help, right? To her own detriment, though. When I mean, in fact, there's one gist that if I give you guys, you people will faint and stand up. To her, as in, you've not done for yourself. It's not even a case of, oh, you don't belly full, you don't chop finish, you don't gather, you don't rest. Pepper don't rest, so you're trying to help other people now. No, that's not my mom's case. My mom's case is that you never chop finish, you never belly full, you never finish your own, you never do your own, but you're helping another person do their own, right? That's how selfless she can be. And for the most part, growing up, I used to be like, what the hell? Like, even till now, when she says something that she does, I'm like, what? Like, for the life of me, I do not get it. Why are you the way you are, right? So it's even an attribute that to me, I feel like I'm not like that. Me, I'm very logical. I think before I help. I'm very logical. I'm very straightforward. I'm very this, that. That's how I feel that I am. And I always criticize that part about her that, I mean, I'm not saying you should not help. I'm not saying you should not do good things. I mean, of course, be good, give. But let your own finish first now. Finish your own. Keep your own. Do your own first. What you do for other people. Right? So when my husband now said that, I was like, oh my goodness. That's when it even occurred to me that this thing I always say that my mom does, and it's somehow, I'm now doing the exact same thing. So that's what I'm trying to say, that it's not just about even saying it, because even though she never really sat me down to tell me to do this for my friends or be like this to my friends, she never said it. Even though by even observing her, I did not like that part about her. Not like I hated it or I felt it was really bad, but I just felt like she could do things a little differently. With all that being said, I'm ending up almost like her, right? So basically, all this my long story is just that right now I am happy with the way I am. I'm happy about the kind of mother I am becoming, or I'm manifesting as, because I feel like I am now in a better position to impact my kids better, especially when it comes to their health, okay? And not just their health, even I'm now more active with them, okay? I'm now more active with them because I'm not as tired as I used to be. I'm not as weak as I used to be. I'm not as uninterested as I used to be. Because when you're actually very big, you might not know it, but a lot of times you are always tired, okay? You're carrying a lot of weight that the average person is not carrying. So, and your heart self is not even like built for that kind of weight. So you're always tired. So right now, I am not as tired as I used to be. I am not as not just tired. What's the word now? Mentally, I'm even talking more mentally, right? Before, I always needed breaks more than I need now. That's better I can explain it. Let me not talk too much. Oh, my sister is here. Hi. Oh, yes, you're making me shy. Yes, now gritty. Everybody. Hi. Hello. Oh, I know the funny thing. My sister, I think what even brought that conversation, if you can remember, I think we were talking about her son, Kaito, my sister's first son. He is such a social butterfly. You know that child there that I don't know. I feel like anytime I think of Kaito, I'm like, he's I'm not saying anybody's future is not bright, though. All their future is very bright. But when it comes to Kaito, where I see him is somewhere very I don't know the word. Someone that will make an impact. Because if you meet my sister's son, how are you? He will ask you questions. He wants to interact with you. He's inviting you to his house. He's giving you things. I mean, why my sister was even telling me was because she was kind of worried that let's not overdo it, though, especially when you're in a country that is not even your country. Stranger danger too. In different aspects, it might not be so good to be so open. Once you meet somebody, you are telling them your address and everything, right? It might not be so good. But me, I'm more excited about the positives of such behavior because I like it. I like people like that, even though I'm not like that. I like people like that. So if you even look at my friendships, most of the people that I'm very close to are social butterflies because I like it. It's almost like I'm living vicariously through them. So I like being around people who are very friendly and very extroverted, even though I'm not. Okay, so yeah. I studied English too, University of Ibadan too. I graduated last year. Are you serious? Yay! Why am I so happy? We couldn't have ever met. But yes, how is Ibadan? How is school? How is English department? Ah, nostalgia. Do you know, I can't believe that I left secondary school 20 years ago. Hey, where did time go? I don't feel it. Okay, I don't feel it at all. 20 years ago, I left secondary school. And yeah, how is Ibadan? Okay, what did your fertility journey teach you about yourself, God, marriage, and even your hobby? This is a very interesting question. I wish I would not just make this a video. That looks like a very good video topic. These days we need to be looking for video topics because sometimes it dries up. But what did it teach me about myself, about God, about marriage, and about your hobby? So let me start from what it taught me about. Which one now? What did it teach me about? Let me start from what it taught me about marriage, right? Remain single if you're going to end up with a spouse that is heartless. Will I call it heartless? If you're with a spouse that I don't want to say does not love you, because to be honest, human love is not. Over time, I've grown to see human love for what it is. Okay, human love is fickle. I've said this in several times. Human love is actually fickle. So if you're married because you love the person, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There are days where you can't stand your partner. There are days where you're just like, I don't blame you. Now because I did your house. now because you see me for your house, I don't blame you. There are days like that. Okay, so that's why I said it's not even about love, but it's about marrying a kind person. Okay, marrying a kind person. So if your partner is not kind, I'm not talking about nice. So the people that are nice, but they're not kind. They are nice. They are outwardly show niceness, but deep down they're not nice people. They're not kind. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about genuinely kind people that would be kind whether or not it is you, whether or not it favors them. They strive to do the right thing. That's the word. That's to me that's the definition of kindness as opposed to niceness. Okay, they strive to do the right thing, the right is it just the right thing? They strive to do. Yeah, let me just put it that way. They strive to do the right thing, irrespective of whether it favors them or not, or whether it favors them or not, right? They strive for the right thing. Anyway, so if you're looking for a spouse, if you are not married and you're looking for a partner, look for that thing. Look for kindness. Don't look for niceness. Don't look for looks. Don't look for beauty. Don't look for money. Don't look for any other thing. Look for kindness. This person, when I am not 100, will this person be empathetic enough to be 100 for me? Okay. Will this person Be kind. That's the best way I can explain it, okay? Because when I was going through that infertility thing, I mean, we did the test. My husband was, in fact, they told him that. For that thing annoyed me, self. That doctor annoyed me. The doctor told my husband that when it comes to fertility, he's like 99% of the population or something like that. I mean, it was to my advantage, oh. But imagine hearing that when they've told you that they don't know what's wrong with you. So I was like, are you trying to shade me? What do you mean by 90%? But anyway, so imagine a man being told that, oh, he's 90% something percent of the population when it comes to fertility. Then you don't even know whether your own is bad or is good, or they don't even know what's wrong with you. My own was unexplained, right? At that point, my husband did not ever, when I say ever, I mean ever, from then till even now, he never ever made me feel bad about it. Now me, they make myself feel bad. It was me. I was my own problem. Anybody that wants to ask me in 10 years time, I'll tell you the same thing. I was my own problem. I was the one pressuring myself. I was the one stressing myself out. I was the one crying by myself. He never made me cry for one day. He never made me feel like, oh, I was letting him down. In fact, he was making it look as if you are stressing yourself. I don't even want kids like that, Seth. He made it sound. He made it sound like he's good, like he doesn't even care. I'm the one I just disturbing myself. And then I'll be like, why don't you care? What do you mean by you don't care? How will you not care? I'll now transfer aggression to him. But he never even took it like, oh, why you transferring aggression to me? After all, you're the one that has a problem. Never, not even for one day. So for me, that is something that anytime I remember, I'm like, I carry I go market. But what does I go market do? When I remember it, I just thank God for bringing him into my life, because that period would have been hell for me if he was not that kind of person, right? So he never for one day made me feel bad or anything. He never for one day made me feel like I was failing in any way. He was even making it look as if I was stressing myself for nothing. Like, what is it? Is it children? You will get children now. Children will come. You don't even need them now. Have you finished doing? I remember that he always used to say that every time talking about children. Have you finished enjoying your life? Have you finished living your life? Like, why are you stressing yourself? And I'll be like, what do you mean? That means you don't care. Why will you say that? Why won't you be stressed out? Then I remember, I think the day I stopped that thing, or at least I didn't carry it and reach his side again, was when he told me, do you know that it's going to be worse for you if I act the way you want me to act? Because if I'm worried and I start acting worried, it will be worse for you. After he said that, I was like, oh my goodness, that is so true. Because imagine if after I go to hospital, they now tell me, oh, like the doctor that told me that that I cannot give birth except through IVF, right? Imagine if when I came back, because if you guys don't know the story, a doctor did test for me and told me, madam, sit down. You cannot have children except through IVF. Take this number. Call this doctor. And mind you, I went for follicular tracking. I went for follicular. They were supposed to track my follicle so that I would know whether I should go and do or not. I did not come here for whatever he ended up telling me. Again, I said, you cannot have 5 children except through IVF. He wrote it in on the paper and cut it and just gave it to me. Tears welled up in my eyes. I didn't even see clearly. I don't know how I waka. I waka from that hospital to the main road and entered. Was it bike or cab? No, it was cab. I entered. If you ask me from today to tomorrow, I can't remember how I walked like that to the main road, because the hospital was quite far from the main road, right? My eyes were tears, and they didn't drop. The tears did not drop. But you know when you are seeing through tears, I was just going. I tell the cab, I told him junction. The guy said, okay, enter. I paid. When I got to my junction, I came down, entered my house, opened the door. As I just entered into my house, I started crying. All the tears. I started crying. So imagine if I had now done that, gotten home, cried, then my husband now sees me and now says, only IVF? What do you mean IVF? So I'm going to spend money now trying to do IVF? What do you mean by that? Oh, God. Oh, what kind of thing is this? Oh. Just imagine if he had done that. Wouldn't I have fainted? Won't I have fainted? That means, in fact, my own tears will be the least of my worries at that point, you know. So after he said that to me, I was like, it's true. I cannot even start with no finish show. Because I was telling him, why you not worried? Why you not worried? You know. And I remember when I even told him that IVF thing, he now said, good for you. Maybe you have heard what you wanted to hear. Because at that point, he kept telling me I should stop going to hospital, I should stop going for tests, I should just stay. Don't worry, God will do it. I was like, I'll just sit there in the house and just be staying, just be waiting. I'll just be waiting. Like, it didn't make sense to me. They say just wait, it will happen when it will happen. And him, he was the biggest advisor of that. Stop going to hospital, stop going for tests. Yeah, when he would tell me stop going for hospital, stop going to tests, yeah, I've booked the next appointment. I'll tell him I'm going to the hospital. She will be like, you know, they hear what anyway. So after that day, he now told me, good, Shebi, you have heard what you wanted to hear. Say you will rest now. I was like, let me join. Anyway, bottom line is that about marriage, about my hobby, it just taught me that he's a kind person. And if you're not marrying a kind person, just forget other things. Other things will fall into place. Forget. There are so many character flaws that, you know, your husband might have. All those things, you can overlook them if fundamentally, deep down in the person's heart, the person is a kind person, not a nice person, no. Because trust me, my husband is not a nice person. He's not nice in the sense of he will not tell you what you want to hear. He will not do things because he wants to placate you or make you feel good or make you feel happy. Imagine telling me good for you. You've heard what you wanted to hear, right? He's that kind of person that will give you the hot truth. In fact, he used to say it, if you don't want to hear the truth, don't ask me. And if you ask me a question, he will tell you, do you want to hear the truth? If you say, no, he'll tell you, okay, don't worry, don't ask me now because I will not answer you. So he's that kind of person that he's not nice, but he's very kind, okay? Then about God, once he has said it, he will do it. Okay. That's just the end of it. Once he has said it, he will do it. Then about myself, what did I learn about myself? I don't even know. What did he teach me about myself? Oh, yes. What it taught me about myself is that I can actually have faith more than I thought. Is that the word? That how to describe it? Yeah. Yeah, I actually have more faith than I thought. And also I realized that one thing that has been working for me, I think I realized it more during that period. One thing that has been working for me is the power of my imagination and words. Okay, the power of my imagination and words, or not just mine, the power of imagination and words. Okay, so one thing that has helped me throughout the years is that I always visualize the outcome I want. Okay, and I think that's one of my strengths as an introvert as well, because I'm able to be introspective and just be with myself, even in a very quiet, cold, dark room. I can be with myself and I will not feel anything. That helps me visualize the future I want. Okay, so in so many situations that I have gotten to a very dicey situation or like I've gotten to crossroads, right? The way I'm able to jump those hurdles is having faith in God, believing that, you know, God has got me. Like, it can never be to my disadvantage. Like, all things work together for my good. It's one of my best scriptures, okay? All things work together for my good. And once God has said it, he will do it. And the fact that I can picture what I want and I will get it, okay? Not manifesting. No, I know I used to say manifest, but manifesting now connotes another thing. It has entered the secular religion. What do they call it now? It has entered new age religion. But not be that type, I beg. But, you know, power of imagination. So focus your imagination on what you want, not what you are seeing right now, or not the negatives. Okay, so even when I catch myself drifting into negative thoughts, I try to relate immediately. God for that's why even when I'm talking to you guys, when I say something wrong and I catch myself, I used to cancel it there. I don't care whether I'm filming video, I don't care whether it's live, I don't care whether I'm talking to you in person. If I say, oh, I don't have sense, I will cancel it. I have sense, just I'm very smart, I'm intelligent. I will cancel it because I don't want to allow it, because if you allow it to first start to become your new reality. Okay, so that's something that I feel I learned a lot throughout that period. I was just telling somebody about how even when I used to when I go and give birth, one thing that helps me in the delivery room was me picturing dancing to the stage with my children, dancing to the stage with my baby. Even when I was going through infertility, I used to picture that. But whenever I'm going through to go and give birth, because you know that thing is a very scary experience. Forget that we make light of it now. It is life and death, okay, or life or death, right? So when I'm going to labor ward or to go and give birth, I'll be picturing myself dancing to stage with my babies. What they call the name? Dedication. How I'll take my child to school. How I'll take care of my children in the morning. How their room will be. I start visualizing it even when I'm in labor and I'm drifting and I'm crying and I'm moaning like a cow. You know that sound. While I'm doing all of that, in the midst of it, I try to visualize my future. Okay, it happened to me even in Sophia's pregnancy when I was rushing to the theater for them to remove placenta. As they were panicking, run up and down, I was just visualizing, okay, how I'll come on YouTube and tell you guys the story time of how God saved me from, placenta, and how I will dedicate Sophia and the dress she will wear. I just start visualizing it, okay? So at that point where prayer is not that easy for me, or where your spirit is low and you can't really pray, or sometimes you want to pray but you can't really form the words, I keep quiet, but my mind does the remaining for me, okay? With the help of God, though. Please, is what we're talking about with the help of God, though. We're not talking about with your power. It's not your power. I know they do that one. It's not your power. I'm talking about with the help of God. It's almost like you're telling God what you want, right? So even right now, one of the things I do a lot is I visualize. No, let me not tell you guys. Okay, it's personal. But some things I visualize about my future, that anytime I visualize it, I'm like, I'm happy. It makes me happy, right? Then power of your words as well. Always speak positive. I remember when I was discussing with my husband recently about how I got scholarship. I actually got Shell scholarship when I was in university, and I remember that you guys I've talked a lot. I've forgotten a lot of chats, but anyway, I'll get to them. I remember when I was in university, I wrote the exam for Shell scholarship, and I remember that exam was not that easy. Okay, I'm not the worst at maths, but I'm not. I can do without it. Okay, I don't like it. I don't care about it. And me, if you know me in real life, if I don't care about something, I can be the laziest at it. If I don't just like something, interest is what is one of my biggest driving forces. Okay, if I'm not interested in something, I can be the laziest person you've come across just because I don't have interest in that thing. So when it comes to maths, I can do without it, please. So when it was now time for the exam, I started from the ones I knew. I started from English, which I'm very good at. I started from English, I think it was English, maths. I can't remember the remaining two, but I know it was 4 subjects that we wrote. I did the 3 that I knew very well, finished it. Then got to the maths page. As I got to number 3, they said whether 10 minutes to submit or something like that. Like we were rounding up. Schedule now. C, D, E, A, B. That's why I scheduled. Until I scheduled the whole thing and submitted in time. Because I know that I was very close to the submission time. In fact, I was still scheduling the last one. They said, submit. I submitted. Then they now gave us money for transport. I remember that my own was 3,000 naira. They gave us in an envelope. That's according to where you came from. So because I came from Lagos there, they gave me 3,000 naira. But if you are coming from maybe Ibadan or a neighboring or a close by city or whatever, they would give you a larger amount. So they gave me 3,000 naira. My father came to pick me. They didn't come to pick me, or I took transport. Anyway, I got home, I showed my parents the money, and I was like, oh, I want to go and sow this seed in church. Just to thank God for everything and just pray for my scholarship. So I went to church the next day because we wrote it on a Saturday, I think. So the next day was Sunday. So I went to church, dropped it at the altar, and I was so happy. Mind you, at that time in my life, 3,000 naira was a lot of money. We're talking about 2007, 2008. A lot of money for me as a student then. Most people opened, in fact, me, I didn't even open my envelope because I had transfer money with me. Most people there inside the hall were opening. That's how I knew they gave some people more money. They're opening the envelope immediately and were just chopping the money. Me, I was like, no, this is my seed. It's even in the envelope, it's even sealed. There's no point me even opening it to touch it, okay? No, I opened it to check how much was inside, but there was no point like me removing it or anything. I just sealed it back and went to drop it at the altar. So after I dropped it, this was 200 level at this point. No, I now entered 200 level, and we hadn't heard anything about it. I was not telling my mom that these people should come and give me my money now. People want me to pay school fees first before you give me my scholarship. My mom said that. Later on, she was telling me that then when I'm saying my money, her money is like, from where to where now? Like, which kind of your money? They're not even promising. You don't even heard anything. You're saying your money. But then it was annoying me. Like, I was so sure I was going to get it. This one that not even write math. So I would be like, when I was going back to school, I was like, hey, I think my father gave me money to go back to school. I was like, if they're giving me my money now, I won't need to use this money now and go back to school. I'll use my money and take myself to school. When I was paying school fees, I was like, this is when I finished paying school fees. Now people will not give me my money. I was saying this thing out loud and I was serious about it, even though I hadn't even heard anything. And then what happened one day, one of my lecturers also called me and said, oh, did you do Shell Scholarship? I said, yes. And I said, you got Shell Scholarship. And I was like, thank you. And I even called my dad and I was like, guess what? I got the scholarship. He was so happy. Anyway, so power of the tongue is very important. That's all this my gist now that I'm gisting people. Nobody's even giving me super chat or anything. No. So I'm just talking, keeping people company for nothing. Now, wow. As somebody that was, okay, let me see. Okay, as someone that wants to practice intentional parenting, what are the tips you can share? What efforts should be put in? Okay, intentional parenting. Number one is you have to accept self-sacrifice. Okay. Again, this might be an unpopular opinion. I don't really care. But social media now, everybody's forming. I cannot lose myself because of pregnancy. I cannot lose myself because of children. I cannot lose myself. Do not lose yourself as a woman. Do not lose yourself. Your job should not affect your pregnancy. Your job should not affect your parenting. No, your parenting should not affect your job. Your children should not affect your. Okay. Kamkwe, let me accept. I have a different opinion. Okay. You have to sacrifice a huge part of you for you to be a very good parent. That's the fact. In fact, it is almost embedded in the action of being a very good parent. Okay? Because for you to be a parent, that let's just do something as simple as reading to your kids, right? You need to sacrifice your time and go and read to your kids now. Now why I do live here now, trying to make money on social media that I'll be reading to my kids. No, you will sacrifice that your social media because what's the time now? This is 8 p.m. here. It's their bedtime. I'm supposed to sacrifice this time and go and read with my kids. So there is no way you will not sacrifice. I'm not saying lose yourself completely and now become a zombie, because if you're like that, you'll be able to even show up well for your kids, right? But you have to sacrifice some part of you to be able to take care of your kids. Some people say, oh, me from day one, I cannot go sleep. From day one, I'll put my child in a room in the basement because I cannot come and I need my sleep. Okay. I don't want to talk too much for people who say I'm being judgmental, but okay, no wahala. Leave your child. Oh, thank you. I have a super chat. Yay. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, okay, now leave your child in the basement in the cold and be your bed, enjoying your large bed because you want to go sleep. Now, I'm not saying you must go sleep, because sleeping has its own dangers, right? But I'm just saying there are things I hear parents say now, and I'm like, it doesn't make sense. If you say you're a good parent, you have to sacrifice some things, okay? So yes, you have to sacrifice some part of your life and know that the sacrifice you're making is not forever. Okay, that's what I always remind myself. It's not forever. Now, Shebi, see me now. Shebi, I've lost weight now. Shebi, I'm looking good now. Shebi, I'm showing up for you guys now. Shebi, I'm acting like a normal human being now. But for the past 4 years, to be honest, I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what I was doing with myself, okay? But that time has passed. That 4 years now has passed. My children are thriving. They are doing well. I'm thriving. I'm doing well. I can afford to even come and do this one because I know that either my husband will read with them or they in fact, okay, no, they're doing movie night actually. So nobody needs to reach anybody this night, right? But I survived it because I let myself go. I'm not even going to lie. I let myself go. Yes, both physically, mentally, and even on my job. I let myself go. But that time has passed now. Shebi, now I'm doing my thing now. Nobody's disturbing me, right? So to me, I feel like you can actually sacrifice it. It just depends on your situation, right? But yeah, you have to sacrifice some part of your life. It doesn't make sense to say you should not sacrifice. Your children should not be your. I don't know. There's way people say that, and it just rubs me off the wrong way. Maybe I'm just talking from a place of privilege as well, because yeah, there's some things that I can do now, or I was able to lose myself the way I did because I had some buffer here and there. So I understand that, but at the same time, for you to be a good parent, you have to sacrifice yourself to an extent. You have to educate yourself, okay? To a very large extent, you have to educate yourself. Gone are the days where you're waiting for your mother to come and teach you how to bat a baby, or your father to come and teach you how to, because the way we are now, you are either living in a different city, you are most likely living in a different city from your parents, or your parents cannot come for one reason or the other. For majority of people right now, that's the reality, right? Or one thing is happening or the other. Even if you're in the same country, the same city with your parents, some of you, your parents cannot afford to just take off from work and come and be doing a mogo for you. They have to work. They have to live their life. Are you going to pay them? Are you going to give them money, as in enough money to live their work? No. So they have to do those things for themselves. So you have to educate yourself now and sit down and learn. Okay, that's why social media is very, very important. It's very good in this aspect. You can just scroll, There's really no point even going to buy a course or going to just go on YouTube, how to do this one, how to do that one. There are so many things I know now that I learned on my own. Nobody taught me. My mom even used to say itself that so many things she sees me doing now, she's like, how did she even know all these things? Social media, as I'm scrolling, how to I know what I also do. Even things that I know how to do, right? Like I think I know how to do it. Like for instance, I know how to cook jollof rice. I'm cooking it all my life. I'm cooking it since, right? But I'll still go and Google if I want how to cook jollof rice, just so that I can see, okay, a different, or if I see somebody preparing jollof rice, I will watch the video and just see if there's anything that they're doing differently, or if there's something that they're doing that is making things easier. Okay. I saw one yam pounder recently, like a machine that pounds yam. It's not that using of what is the name? What's that thing now? Food processor. They have like a machine that pounds yam, right? So these are things that you just learn by being on social media. So go there, follow parenting pages. There's this woman I follow now, where the woman, she looks like a principal. She looks very strict. If I can find her this, and I'll send it to you guys. She looks very strict. She wish even talks self. Very strict woman like this. As in, she's like the quintessential headmistress. She's like a headmistress, okay? I don't even know if she is. Oh, she's like a grandma headmistress, that kind of person. She'll tell you that your children, you're a parent, you are explaining to your child why you took their tab from them as a parent. Like, don't do that. You collect the tab, you keep it, and she always says don't maintain eye contact when you are enforcing some rules. She says it. If you want to enforce some rules, avoid eye contact. Avoid googly eyes. You know how you do, see I'm looking at you, your heart will be melting. Just avoid eye contact and do what you have to do. So I'm trying to implement that, okay? Even when you want to discipline your child for certain things, I don't mean spanking or beating. I mean like, oh, you did this wrong, so you have to do this to fix it, or you have to do this to think about your life. She'll tell you, don't negotiate with your child, okay? Something she'll tell you, say it and move away. Don't just sit and stand there and be doing, you and the child will be doing, that. Okay, no. She'll tell you, enforce it and move away. Don't stand there and negotiate. Don't stand there and be doing eye contact, okay? So people like that, when you follow their pages, you will learn a thing or two, okay? You will learn a thing or two. English. You will learn a thing or two, okay? Okay. Weight gain can really weigh you down without you even realizing it till after the fact. Yes, you look gorgeous, you're oozing with confidence, and you genuinely look happy. Thank you so much. It can actually weigh you down, and it's not something that you can really explain to people if you're not somebody who has battled with your weight. I don't think you understand it. Maybe you can, maybe you cannot, but I don't think you understand it. You guys, I've been battling my weight since I was 8. I was 8. I was no, not 8. I was 8. I was 8 years old when one man called me Mama Onicha. Yeah. And by Mama Onicha, he meant like where I was, right? I was 8 years old when people were saying, "Oh my God, you're so chubby." Then anytime I go to the village for Christmas, everybody will be like, "Oh my God, this will call me." This is say I'm Ajabota because of the way I look, right? You know the way, like my weight was always either positively or negatively. My weight was always brought up, right? And when I started getting negative, when I started getting more of negative, was when I entered secondary school, when everybody was like, look at how you are, you know, or when you're walking, they would say, "Hey, umpo." All those things that people used to say, it was always in the conversation, right? And I didn't like it. So I've battled this in almost all my life. I've not even finished battling it though. Right now, I've not gotten to my goal weight. I'm still struggling with certain areas, or in certain areas, things like food. I still struggle with food because I don't want to have supermarket inside my house. I don't want to be cooking two different food. I'll be restaurants. I don't want to be cooking two different food. Most of the food I cook here, I'm not supposed to be eating them. But I cannot. My kids cannot always eat what I want to eat. I've tried to remove a lot of things though, because it's not an easy journey, to be honest. People have asked me several times, like, oh, what do you do to lose weight? What do you do to lose weight? It's not an easy journey. Right now in my house, there is no cornflakes, there is no bread. So what do my kids eat for breakfast? They eat fried egg. So I now buy egg. I just remember that I need egg. I now buy eggs like someone that is about to start poultry or what, or start selling eggs, right? Yeah, so there's many things I don't have in my house because I don't even have snacks. There's nothing like biscuits, nothing like all those things now. Just because I don't want to fall, I don't want to get tempted by those things, right? So don't think that I have the discipline to just see it, and don't think that I'm conscious. I don't know to do not think that I am strong or I'm consciously choosing not to eat certain things. The way I'm avoiding certain things is by not even having them at all. And that means that some people in my house are also suffering for it, right? But the reason why I am not so scared to remove things like cereal and bread is that I know that on a normal day it's not even good for them. I even want to make bread, actually. I bought the ingredients. I want to make bread that I'm sure, okay, this is healthy bread. The sugar quantity is not as much and no preservatives and stuff like that. Homemade actual normal bread, and I can freeze it and just save it for them, right? So that my kids can have bread to eat. Because to be honest, sometimes it's annoying standing up in the morning to go and start frying egg for them every time. I wish they just had an alternative where they can just take bread by themselves and just eat before I, get to them. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, especially on Saturday only used to annoy me because I have to stand up and go and mix the pancake for Cora to fry because she's the one that fries the pancake, but I have to stand up and go and mix it for her. So it's annoying. Yeah. So basically, it's not easy losing weight. It's something that I just had to do, and it's still stressing me. I actually lost my train of thought. I don't know what I was saying again. Anyway, what's next? Please, what's your live video setup? Okay, so I'm using my camera. I bought a new camera. So this is a Canon R8 with a 35mm lens, and I'm using StreamYard to stream. I also connected my camera to my laptop with a cord, and I'm using my Rode mic, and I have lights on here and here. So yeah. Oh, another super chat. Thank you. I didn't see the names of the. Okay, I've not gotten to the super chat. Is that why? Oh, Anastasia. Hey, thank you. That was the first super chat. And the second one is from Lulu's Diary. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, so let me just try and speed up. When I was doing this live, I was saying I'll soon be done. That they should wait for me because they want to do movie nights. It's like they will start without me. Okay. Blessed Louis said, I'm beginning to be a shouter like my dad. I hate it. I need to do better. My dear, in fact, what happened to me, or that happens to me sometimes now, is that I catch myself shouting at my child, and I remember my mom shouting at me in that same manner, like word for word. When I say word for word, I mean word for word. Even expression for expression, I can feel that I have the same expression. Cora told me something. No, Cora, what did she even do recently? And I told her, Biko cook up. Oh my god, this is so funny. I told her, Biko cook up or something like that. Like I remember my mom used to tell us, Biko cook up. And I told Cora the same thing. I was like, oh my god, who is that? How did that come out? Where did that come out from? It's not a word I use on a normal day. It's not something I say on a normal day. So how did I tell her because cook up? But anyway, it will come out. But give yourself grace. Like, we are human beings, we are bound to make mistakes. Give yourself grace, please. I beg. We are trying. As long as you are trying, you are genuinely trying. Give yourself grace. They will not die. You that they started that. Did you die? Didn't you survive it? They will not die. And I'm sure, no matter how much you shout, you do not shout like your dad. Just know that, okay? Because you are conscious of it. No matter how you shout now, you are not shouting like your dad. And I'm sure he did not even shout as much as maybe his own dad or his own mom. So give yourself a break, my sister. My dad was a wonderful dad, though, but I understand exactly what you mean regarding becoming like your mom. Yeah, I'm becoming like my mom in so many ways, even in looks. Growing up, people used to tell me, "Oh, you look so much like your dad. This one looks like this dad." But now, me and my mom are like twins. Like even me, I used to see it. There's a way I'll even pass mirror herself. I'll be like, like almost like I just saw my mom. There's a way I'll pass it, especially when I'm wearing certain things. Like if I'm wearing like a big boo or if I'm tying wrapper, I'll pass mirror and I'll come back like I look like my mom very well. Nobody even needs to tell me again. Okay, I also studied English in UNN, University of Nsukka. You guys, I almost went to Nsukka. I went there. I even wrote post-UME. After I did post-UME, I was like, I can't do this. I didn't like the school. It was first of all, it's far from Lagos, and then it was very dusty. I was like, beck. That's why I didn't go back home, and I wrote jam again because of it. Don't marry an unkind person, someone that is selfish or self-absorbed. Yeah, people that don't see beyond themselves and their feelings. I think this sums it up. Yeah, people that are self-absorbed or people that are selfish, and you know all these things when you're dating them, you will know. Just that sometimes we underestimate the effects of, or we underestimate how bad it is, right? So you cannot tell me that you didn't know that your husband was like that. What you will tell me is that you didn't know that it was going to be this bad, but you knew, you saw it, the signs were there. This is off topic. When you study English okay, when you study English, this is now off topic. Okay, but I think she's trying to say, when you study English, do you plan to be an English teacher? I always wondered why people study languages, especially English. So for English, I wasn't planning to be an English teacher, but I was planning to be either an editor or a writer or a what do I even plan to be, safe? To be honest, I don't know. Because at the end of the day, the truth is that I wanted to study law initially. It was even law I wanted to study at what they call the name at Nsukka, right? I wanted to study law. Then I wrote the post-UME and they told me I did not pass, but I should come and pay money to pass or something like that. I should come and, like I was supposed to come and bribe them or something, or basically come and pay money. I said, leave them. I don't even like the school before, so make una leave them. So that was how I now instead of me to now put law for UI, I now put English instead. Okay. So because UI did not have law at that time. In fact, the next year after I entered, they now had law. I was just like, and I think we couldn't change because I was planning that, okay, in 2011 I'll now transfer to law. I can't remember what happened. I think I was just okay with where I was. But yeah, you can either be you don't have to be an English teacher. You can either be an editor, you can be a writer, you can be a translator or an English teacher. You can also be, can you be a translator with learning English? Maybe not. But to be honest, looking back, I did not need to study English. Or no. Looking back, a course like English is a course that you should only study in a cheap school in Nigeria, right? So for instance, if you are abroad, I don't see why you should go and study English in university and pay. Yes. Will be nice. Yes, can you guys do it without me?
So wait, so we can go on the projector?
Yeah, just go and do it without me. Just tell them to help you set it up.
Okay.
Auntie, I'm on live, bro.
Wait,
No, I'm live. Okay. Sorry. Well, come and say hi. Wow. This one said frowning, squeezing face. Say hi.
Hi.
My name is Sophia.
Hello.
And this is Ava, my sister. And this is Cora, my sister.
Yes.
I have 2 sticks.
You have 2 sisters. What's on your eye?
Booger.
No, it's not booger. What's on your eye?
Banking cup.
This child, in the morning, she won't have a bath. She'll go and rub eyeshadow and lip gloss. I'm doing.
That was Cora's makeup.
Yeah, but you took it and Daddy told you not to. I told you not to.
Yeah, and the makeup is actually a toy. It's not for real.
And you have real makeup.
Yes, I have real makeup. Yours is
kind of for real.
It's just the kiddish version of it.
The kiddish version. Okay, it's okay. Can you guys go? I was talking.
Bye.
Okay. Close my door for me. Okay. What was I even saying, Seth? Okay, we're talking about English. Yeah, so I feel like if you are abroad, in fact, if you are going to university now, especially in an expensive school, if you're not studying a professional course, rest in your house. Just look for that thing you want to do and go and learn that thing directly. Like if you want to be an editor, go and work go and be an editor. Go and do a course on it. Don't go and study for 4 years how to be an editor. That's what I feel, Sha. I feel like universities are now overpriced for nothing. Okay, let's see. Ibadan is fine, ma. When you read my comments, I felt on top of the world. I'm currently in Lagos. I'm also into content creation. Oh, nice. All those PhD doctors are from hell, my dear. They told me same thing in one rubbish hospital. That thing is a cartel. Let me put it that way. It's a cartel. They just want to, because the number he gave me was not a doctor in the hospital that we were in. So he was giving me the number of a doctor somewhere else. Maybe he will get a cut or something. So yeah, that is a cartel. And I was carrying tears on the road too. Are you serious? So insensitive of delivery of diagnosis. So true about doctors. Please, are you on Ozempic? No, I'm not. God will do it. Never lose trust in him. No, Lord. Thank you. Power of imagination is so great. I mean, I have heard this a lot recently. What's going on with me and reading? Always imagine the result you want. Confess it. See yourself living in the results you want and wait till it happens. Yeah, I love your mindset. Thank you. I imagine a lot. Also, I'm also trying to not live too much in my imaginations. Yeah, I visualized my YouTube first paycheck and it came to pass. Oh, nice. Our mind is powerful. Nice. Our tongue is very powerful. Yes, and I learned to speak positively. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, dear. God bless your pockets. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the super chat, you guys. At least I'm so shocked at everything you are saying because we behave exactly the same. Are you serious? When I got Chevron scholarship, I actually went to church and gave all my pocket money for one charity. Nice. Are you serious? Things like this make me feel so happy because it's like I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Contribution in church. Okay. And what you said about visualizing things, geez, I do it every single thing in my life. Yeah. Mama Onitsha, what? Yeah, so Nigerians can talk anyhow. And I was young, but that's the funny part. He say, this one is Mama Onitsha. Like, what the hell? What the hell? Why are you even a man commenting on the young girl's body? Yeah? Just open mouth. Wah. I love watching your videos, man. You are so beautiful. Thank you. Okay, thank you for a super chat, Lulu's Diaries. Thanks for a very nice conversation while lying on my couch this cold evening. Oh, oh, my dear. Actually, the house is quite cold, though. The weather is quite cold, but the house is warm. I'm even hot a bit. Weight loss is an intentional journey. It's an intentional life journey. You are doing so well, and I hope to find more courage to continue my weight loss. Yeah, it's actually you actually just need that courage and motivation, but also give yourself grace, because one thing I've realized that always held me back is that I'll be consistent and I'll be diligent or disciplined for like 1 week, and then I'll eat something stupid and I'll be like, you know what, it don't end now, it don't end. Make I just chop the go. Right. So now even when I eat anyhow, the next day I continue. Even if like now I'm going to eat popcorn and I'll eat one whole bag by myself. But what happens when I wake up in the morning, I continue my intermittent fasting. If I cannot do my intermittent fasting, I will eat something very light in the morning. But nothing like throw the whole thing away just because you fell off. Hi, Sotoye. Hi, happy new year. How are you? I just sound like an old woman. How are you? How you doing? What's up now? Yes, God, gorgeous kids, beautiful children. Thank you. Oh, they're so cute. I love Sophia's introduction. Sophia is an actress. So, bribery is normal thing in UNM. You see, so I wasn't wrong. They set their cutoff point so high that a lot of people don't get admission through merit. Then they throw their doors open for sorting. Exactly, and I was like, I didn't sort to pass JAMB. I didn't sort to do anything in my life. It's now because of VNN. So come on, get out, carry your school and shove it where the sun don't shine. And what's the one thing I liked about UI was, as at then, I know now things might have changed, but as at then, we were not even doing post-UME. We were doing interviews. Okay, so you write the exam, you pass, you come to the school, you do the interview, and then after the interview, they shortlist you for admission. That was it, simple and short. So it's either you pass or you don't pass. There was no bribery, there was no corner. Maybe there was corner. Is there anything that doesn't have corner in Nigeria? But it wasn't as rampant as it was in other schools. Okay, she'll make a good YouTuber. Yeah, Cora is really begging me for YouTube. She wants to do YouTube every day. She's telling me, let her come and start her video, let her come and do her vlog. For me, I'm like, no. I'm not yet okay with the idea. Please, can you talk more about what you eat and don't eat, please? Okay, so Miss T said you can prep the pancake mix the night before for less stress on Saturday morning. That's true. Why have I never thought about it? So do you mean that I should make the pancake? Should I like, what I mean by make is, should I add like the liquid, the water, the egg, everything, and then keep it in the fridge? Because I always ask myself whether that thing was going to, whether it will still fry well because of the baking powder. That's why I have not done it that way. But I used to sometimes mix it, well, when I have too much butter, like not butter, when I have too much of the like when I mix the flour, sugar, and everything, and I see that it is too much, sometimes I remove some and then add water and milk, all the water, milk, and egg to the remaining one. Then I keep that other one. But should I do it dry or wet? I think that's the question. Can you talk about what you eat and don't eat, please? So for now, I eat almost everything, but I try not to eat too much, and I also do not eat. I try not to eat junk. Basically, that's the only thing I've really removed, is like actual junk, like biscuits, cake, bread, ice cream. Once in a while do I eat them, or like if I go to my friend's house and they give me, just so that I'm not rude. Just so that I'm not rude, I have to just eat it so that it doesn't look like, you're rejecting something in somebody's house. But let's say I go out, or once in a while, I just buy it from me and my kids and I eat it, right? But on a normal day, most times, I eat egg, chicken, beef, beans, rice, eba, but the eba, very small eba, mostly soup and meat. I drink tea once in a while. I stopped drinking milk for a very long time, and my scalp I wasn't having psoriasis on my scalp or anything, but I just couldn't hold it. Sometimes I just crave that, especially this period, I just crave that hot liquid going down my throat. I'll just go and make tea with milk. But on a normal day, I feel like when it gets to the hotter weather, I will stop drinking milk. Yeah, you can mix everything the night before. Okay, I'll do that. Thank you. And then I have a super chat from Claire. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so that's for weight loss. Then I work out at the gym twice a week, lifting as heavy as I can. Then I try to do mini workouts in quotes at home. Basically, not at home, like I try to take walks, but to be honest, since December I've not taken any walk. But I'll resume it soon. Just that the weather is just too cold. When I think of going out for a walk, I'm like, oh, and I feel cold easily. So even though I wear jackets, wear everything, is not conducive. I think once the weather is getting warmer, it doesn't have to be hot though. I don't like hot weather either. But once it's getting warmer a little bit, I will resume my walks. What else again do I do to lose weight? That's it. Intermittent fasting. So I don't eat till after my kids come back from school, which is like 4 p.m. Sometimes even till 6 p.m. Because once it's 4 p.m., I'm like, what's the point? Let me just wait and prepare dinner. We eat dinner around 6. Yeah. So I'm like, so most times I don't eat till 6. But on days that I work out, I try to eat because sometimes it's as if I want to die. You guys, in my video that I posted on Monday that I did leg, I told that my leg was paining me. It was bad though. It was bad. Like what I mean by it was bad is that it's just yesterday. Yesterday was Friday, right? It's just yesterday that I'm able to walk straight without feeling pain. It was bad. I had to. My husband was massaging my leg for me almost every night with deep heat. It was bad. I had swollen legs. My legs were swollen. I think it's the muscles. Maybe I tore some muscles. I don't know. But my thighs were really swollen. It wasn't funny. But yesterday it was okay. So yesterday I worked out in the gym, and yesterday's workout did not even pay me, even though I lifted heavy. And that reminds me, you guys, I was so proud about myself. I was so proud of myself yesterday because I went to the gym and I was lifting as usual, because normally I don't lift that heavy. I feel like I'm the laziest person in that my gym, to be honest. And in fact, if you go to my gym, there's no way you will not feel lazy, because everybody, first of all, looks trim, looks healthy, has muscles, and the gym is a very intense kind of gym. So you just see, there's one man I saw yesterday. Whatever that man is training for, I don't want to be around for it. Okay, whatever that man is getting ready for, I don't want to be around for it, because I was like, why on earth are you lifting yourself up and you put chain on your waist and you are carrying how many kg on your waist and you're lifting what are you training for? Whatever you're training for, I don't want to be anywhere near when this thing is happening. But anyway, so normally I go to the gym and just do my thing in lazy girl style, shouting, hey, panting, on a normal day. So yesterday when I was lifting, my coach looked at me and was like, nah, you need to increase that weight. You need to increase that weight. Well, that's not how he said it. He's British, but this is just my rendition. Stick with it. He was like, you need to increase that weight now. This is too small for you. I was like, no, please. Oh. The guy said, no, just don't worry, just increase the weight. He now went and increased the weight for me. And then I lifted it and it wasn't so bad. It wasn't even that heavy. In fact, it was normal to me. Then I did it and he looked at it again and said, let's increase it again. And he increased it again and I lifted it. I was proud of myself. I felt good. I felt accomplished. Because when I say I'm the laziest person in that gym, I mean I'm the laziest person, at least for my size and age. Because there are older women there who maybe we do the same thing when it comes to the weights, right? But they are much older. You see, if it's something-year-old, she's much older. But for my height, my weight, my size, my age, I'm the laziest person in that gym. No, I'm not the laziest in Jesus' name. I'm not the laziest in Jesus' name. I need to cancel that. I'm not the laziest. I'm actually one of the best. Okay. So yesterday I felt so good. Then at some point they divided us into groups because we have trainers, right? So he didn't put us in groups. He said, okay, this group come here, this group come here. And I saw that in my group, every other person was a man. So the man put me in the group with men. I was like, your girl is getting stronger. I was so happy. Well, granted, the other ladies were like 70-year-olds, okay? Let me just add that part. They were like 70-year-olds that were carrying dumbbells, right? So, granted, yes, fine. But I was in a group with men, okay? And I felt good about myself. So, going to the gym is actually helping. And just to encourage anybody out there who wants to do it, the truth is that it's not easy. Every day I go to the gym, I have to motivate myself again. It doesn't come easy. I see people that like to go to the gym, they're videoing themselves there. It doesn't come easy for me. When I'm going to the gym, I'm driving like someone that is going to, I don't know, going for something terrible. I'm driving like, oh God, what is all this? When I get to the gym, I spend like 30 minutes just thinking about my life, just like, what is all this? Watching phone, just scrolling. My gym session, I get to my gym like 35 minutes before my session, but I don't leave my car till 1 minute before my session. People will come after me, they will just park and enter, they will go there and start. Me, I don't start. I start when the instructor starts. That's to tell you how lazy I am when it comes to the gym, but I just try to do it, okay? And see me now, I'm lifting heavier, like significantly heavier. What he added to my weight yesterday was about 20 kg extra, and I did not die. And my arms are not even paining me now. So just keep at it. That's just it. If you know that it's something good for you, keep at it. Like I think I was telling my sister recently that when it comes to taking supplements, right? I hate supplements, you guys. See, I don't think anybody hates medicine more than me, okay? When I was younger, I would be sick. They would give me medicine. I would throw it away. I've never finished antibiotics, even at my big age. At my big age, I have never finished antibiotics. I have never finished any medicine they say take for 5 days. Once you reach the second day like this, at first I'm feeling better. I trash it. I don't care. Okay, even malaria all those things that they say take for 3 days, take for 5 days. Once I feel better, I don't take it. Okay, even when I'm not even feeling better, so I try to avoid it if I can, right? But one thing I was telling my sister is that at some point you have to just tell yourself that this thing is important for you and you have to just do it. So what I used to psych myself into doing is that I remind myself that I'm taking this thing voluntarily. Nobody's forcing me to take it. Like, imagine if if you don't take this thing, you are going to die. Let's say you had a chronic illness or an illness that needs you to be on those meds for the rest of your life. So just imagine if that is what, if that's the situation that you're in, won't you take those drugs? You will take them now. You don't have a choice. So now that you have a choice and it is something good for you, just have the same mindset, kind of, that this medication, I need it. Like, I need it. I need to take it. So yeah. So when it comes to medication, I take supplements. I try to take supplements. I'm not like, sometimes I forget to. If I forget, I won't take it. But if I remember, I must take it. So my own not taking supplements is not that, oh, I don't like taking it or anything. No, it's just that I forgot. Like, if I legit forget, I don't take it. But if I take it, I take it. If I remember, I take it. What else? Okay. What is the brand of the gym if it's not too personal? I have considered whether I should share this or not. I've considered whether I should share this or not. Can I share this? Anyway, I don't know. I don't know if I should share it. I don't know. No. I won't share it, but it's a good gym and it's just personal instructors. It's not a regular gym. It's not like regular gym. It's not a regular gym. It's just an instructor's kind of gym. So you come for your session, you do your session and you go. You can't just walk in at any time to come and gym. Okay, or better still, get the already mixed pack from the store. It saves time in the morning. Yeah, see, all these already mixed things are my problem. Anything that's already mixed, I'll rather mix it myself. But yeah, I'll do what you said. I'll mix it dry and just leave everything for her. Then the morning she'll just add water, add the eggs, and that's it. Hi Toyin, hi Joy Best, hi everyone. Okay. Get a walking pad. Yes, I want to get a walking pad. I'm just trying to minimize Ugongo. Okay, Ugongo is property things. I'm trying to minimize how much I have in this house because of how small the house is. By saying small, this house is not like the smallest house ever. I know that anytime I see some people will be like, but the house is not small. It's not the smallest house ever, but I want space. So I don't want to just have things everywhere. So I've been considering, in fact, even before I went to the gym, I wanted to buy a walking pad. I already had it in my cart on Amazon, but I think I will get one. I think I'll get one because going out in the cold is not working for me. To be honest, it's not. Can you share how much a personal trainer costs? I need to know if I can afford one. It's expensive. I don't even know what I should say this thing. If I hope my mom is not watching. I tell people that some things I don't do here is because of my parents, not because of anybody else. I don't want my mom start judging me like, look at the money you're wasting or you're spending on the gym when you can carry that money and go and help somebody's situation in the village. There's always somebody she wants to help. So, but it's quite expensive. It is, let me give you range. It is between £190 to £280 per month. It's actually expensive because there are gyms of £20, £30, I think. So it's actually expensive. But what I like about this one is the fact that you are with an instructor and they are monitoring your progress and they're telling you what to do and they're motivating you. So basically you're paying for your laziness. That's it. Or you're paying for your lack of direction. It's expensive. What's the brand of the gym? Okay, I've read this one. I watched that video of you climbing the stairs. Yeah, it wasn't exaggeration of you guys. In fact, it became worse after that day. That's what I was telling my husband. That day, my legs were paining me. I was like, okay, fine. I just finished working out. The next morning, when I woke up, I couldn't stand up. Like I had to literally lift my leg. And I was walking like this. Went to the kitchen, did my thing. Pain. Then going down the staircase or coming up the staircase, I'll be my children, what, mommy, what's happening? I couldn't even explain myself. I said, my leg is paining me. It was okay. Should I help you? You can't help me. I'm not like, it was very painful. Every night you'll be massaging. But finally, it left. Don't share the gym. Safety first, please. Yeah, there were people online. Yeah, exactly. That's the only reason. Because if I tell you the name of the gym, because of how small this place is, any weird person can find it. Even though I don't believe that I have weird people on my channel. Or please, I don't have weird people on my channel. No weird person will see me or want me or come near me. Okay, I don't have weird people on my channel, but just in case, it's actually expensive. Yeah, very expensive. In fact, I was saying my husband to come and what's the name? I told him to come and what's the word? Supplement. Is it supplement? What's that word? Subsidize it for me because it's expensive. He's telling me that I'm paying for my laziness, well, which is true. because at home he gyms, he does his own gym at home, and he does it every single morning. Every single morning, this man wakes up and works out. And trust me, I've tried several times to tell him to include me. I'll be the one that will say, "You're not even including me. It's not fair. You don't want me to lose weight. Help me now. Hey, okay. This one, I promise you I'm going to do it." I'll be telling him, "No, help me." He'll say, "Okay, you're ready." I'll say, "Yes, I'm ready." Now, what do you mean I'm not ready? I'm ready. Just help me. It's not fair. I can't just wake up and walk out and you not carry your wife. Carry your wife along now. It's not good now. Don't you want us to look good together? You want me to look older than you? I'll talk. When he now wakes me up, baby, wake up. Let's go and walk out. I'll be like, I'll say, "Baby, wait a beg. I want to sleep." I'm like, "Just leave me. I want to sleep." He'll say, "Let's go. Stand up." I say, "Stand up." I'm like, "I beg, just go. I'll come. I'm coming. Okay, I'm coming. Just go." The moment he goes like this, I'll just carry the blanket and cover my head. So me, I know I'm paying for my laziness. So that one is just facts. It's not. There's no need. There's no need for me to even deceive myself. I'm paying for my laziness. However, I'm seeing the results. Okay, because I know that if I wasn't going to the gym that I'm going to right now, I know for a fact that I will not be consistent. I know that one. Like, I've tried this several times. I am 30. I'll be 37 this year. Oh. Hey! 37. I'm now an auntie, officially an auntie. Before I used to say I'm a young girl. When my husband says, "You don't know you're a woman," I'm like, "Please, I'm not a woman. I'm a young girl. What is a woman? Don't call me woman, please." I remember when people used to call me Mrs. This. I'm like, "Who is Mrs. Please, I'm not a woman. I'm a young girl." Okay, so now I agree. I'm no longer a young girl. I'm now an auntie. I'm still not a mommy or a woman. I'm just an auntie. Okay. Anyway, all my life I have registered in gym. I will go once, the money we waste. I will start a new weight loss program. I will go 2 times, the money we waste. I will download course or join a weight loss group. As everybody's sharing their food on the group, I'm warming my eba to eat. I'm eating my bread. As everybody is giving their updates, arm 50, leg, this one, waist, that one, I'm eating my popcorn and just reading it on the group. So I know myself. I'm old enough to know that this works for me, this doesn't work for me. So I'm happy paying that money and just sacrificing it. I don't tell myself that, okay, I need to work harder to make the money because it chops out of my savings a lot. But I'm like, okay, for the meantime, till I get to that so I get to that stage where I now have the motivation people say they used to get, because me, I'm still waiting for it. That ginger people say they get when they get to the gym, they like it. They can't do without the gym. They're now gym freaks. They're now gym addicts. They're now I don't have it. I'm not going to lie. I don't have it. I don't feel it. When I go to the gym, I work out, I feel good afterwards, but I don't feel good enough to say, this is now my new life. I don't feel good enough for that. In fact, after the pain I went to that last time, I was like, should I just cancel? Okay, even this yesterday that I was happy about my progress, I almost canceled though. I opened the app safe. I was about to click cancel. I now said, "But you've already dressed up. Just go. Just manage. Just try. Just try." That was how I went to the gym. So this is me just keeping it 100. I don't have that discipline or the self-control. I don't have the reward people say they get when they go to the gym. They feel good. I feel good for the moment, but I don't feel good, like motivated to always be going to the gym. No. I just fake it every day. Every day I just fake it. Every day I just fake it until I'm making progress. Okay. So yeah. When I get to that stage where I now have that self-motivation, when I'm now a gym buddy, hey, those gym buddies that will be taking pictures and be turning their back like this. They'll show you their bum, show you their waist, how their waist has now, has now slimmed down. They'll not be doing like this. When I get to that stage, it's over for all of you. I tell my husband, when I get to my dream weight and my dream body, it's over for all of you. Like, you can't talk to me anyhow now. You now come and telling me, I'm calling me Adeze. No. You can't talk to me anyhow. You have to be calling me princess, queen. You have to call me queen. The most beautiful. When I get to that stage, it's over for everybody. I'll come back on Instagram. This Instagram that is hard for me to come back on. I'll come back on Instagram so that people can see it. Also, that will be doing, they'll open their abs and be snapping it. People are lucky that I have stretch marks on my tummy. If not, I'll just be showing you tummy every day. You see this baby number 4 people are talking about? I I give it to you. Okay. I dash you. Everybody that is looking for babies, I dash you. Hmm? You see, baby number 4, it's not gonna happen because I've been hearing it now a lot. Everybody now started telling me baby number 4, baby number 4. It's not gonna happen. It's not. Don't worry. Me and God, we've already decided. And mind you, I've gone to remove my IUD. Story for another day. I've gone to remove my IUD. That thing was causing me a lot of stress. In fact, IUD, one of the reasons why I it's part of the things that weighed me down for a while that I was struggling with even my YouTube, right? Because this is me debating, but let me just get into it, right? So I had this IUD put in Nigeria before I came here. When I came here, I went and checked the IUD. They said the IUD is good. The IUD is, is where it's supposed to be. Okay, fine, good. Tell me why. Tell me why at my big age, I say I'm 36, so you guys, you know, tell me why at my big age, I started having menstrual pain and I started having periods that last 14 days. Not it means to be wearing pad for 14 days. I said, okay. I went to hospital. They told me, oh, because you just put the IUD, your body needs time to adjust. It takes like 6 months. I even read this online. It takes like 6 months for your body to adjust. Okay, I was waiting. No, okay, 6 months. Okay. 6 months came. It adjusted to 12 days, 11 days, 14 days, 10 days, 16 days, 9 days, 15. That what happened? No, now. No. And I endured though. I endured it because I was like, the alternative is more stressful. Like the alternative, which is like getting pregnant is more stressful. So I tried to endure it, but I was my iron level was low. I was always tired. I was always feeling like, thank God I didn't even get any infection, right? But that area was always irritated. Like not infection, but when every time you're wearing pad, I'm like, I was just angry. I was tired. And mind you, with heavy flow, the first 6 days, at least, the first 6 days was heavy flow. Like I want to be able to go to the gym because I'll be scared that I will stain myself in the gym. Heavy flow, then if that continues spotting and okay, no, it's continue with normal flow, then I'll not start spotting till 16 days. And there was one I even put, the last one I made me go and remove it was I was documenting it and it showed 17 days of period. And I said, no, now that means the IUD is not preventing pregnancy. The IUD is preventing sex. Do you get the point? So you are not getting pregnant because you're not having sex, not because the IUD is doing the work. So I was like, no, it can't work like that. So I went to the hospital and I told them and they removed the IUD. They were even telling me I should come and do the one that is hormonal, one thing. Anything hormonal, count me out, I beg. I without any hormonal addition to my body, I deal with a lot. I don't want any hormonal thing, right? But yeah, for anybody who is curious, so we are back to the good old way of licking your sweet with the wrapper. That's it. That's all we have to do. Just lick your sweet with the wrapper, eh? Might not be that sweet, but but you will not get fat. If you buy your lollipop and you lick it without the wrapper, you lick it with the wrapper, it's not sweet, but you will not get fat. Okay, so just do that the trade-off. Someone said, okay, she said I had to switch to Mirena. Is Mirena good? I know Mirena is the hormonal one. Me, I don't know. I just don't want hormonal one. That's just it. Tubal litigation is the alternative. You guys, when I gave birth to Sophia, my doctor told me, in fact, we even agreed I was going to do tubal litigation, but I gave birth vaginally, and after I gave birth, because of what happened with the placenta and then going to the theater and all of that, and even not getting myself till some hours later, when she came to ask me whether I want to do it, because she said that when you give birth vaginally, I think it's within 72 hours that you can do the tubal litigation, the tubal ligation. When I say litigation, you sue your tubes. Tubal ligation. Yeah, so she said between 72 hours that your uterus or whatever is high enough or is big enough, I don't know, for them to do it through your navel. They just do a small incision and they'll do it, right? When she now came to meet me, I was like, I beg, I'm not interested. Or I didn't tell her this way, but when she came to tell me, I was like, no, don't worry, no need, because I wasn't really feeling myself. It's one of the things I regret a lot. I regret it. I wish I had done it. See, if you have that option, please go and do it though. Well, if you are sure you are done, no. For people that are not sure and they don't say I sent you, but if you are sure you are done, just go and do it, because to be honest, it's just the best. With Mirena, I don't bleed, I only spot, and I no longer have whitish discharge. But do you have any symptoms like acne, weight gain, whatever, whatever? I rather my husband does the snip abeg. My dear, I rather that as well. But if they're not green, now what you go do? Especially when at the end of the day, if anything happens, now you go carry the belle. So you just have to do what you have to do, okay? And again, when it comes to vasectomies, they're not even 100%. So in fact, I heard stories of people that did vasectomies and they now got pregnant in their 40s or 50s because they were not being careful. So me, I dey fear, I dey fear that one. UK is looking good on you. Thank you. Because I don't think it is UK. Well, maybe it's UK, sha. But I realized that the weather has a huge part to play with my skin issues. Now I was having skin issues where I was having like pimples all over my chin. I was having pimples. But since the weather got cooler, I stopped having them. So I don't even know whether it's the weather, is the water, is anything. I don't even think it's water because the water is still the same water. But I think it's the weather. So hopefully it doesn't change afterwards, sha. Or maybe products, because I changed some products as well. Okay. Where did I stop? Yeah, none of them are 100%. Yeah, none of them are 100%. That was why I did IUD. I actually like IUD. I feel like I might still put it back, to be honest. I might put it back again because that's the journey I've been doing now for the past how many years. The first one removed. I got pregnant with Sophia. The second one removed. I went back and put another one. Which one did I get pregnant with her for? Yeah, it's the first one that I removed now. Yeah. First one I removed, I got pregnant with Sophia. Second one removed a year later. Then before I came here, I now put the third one, which I now went to remove myself. But I still prefer it because there's no side effect and there is no, there's no side effect. I don't have acne, but I also use salicylic acid. Maybe it's salicylic acid I use because I use this salicylic acid face wash from is it the Ordinary that has that product? No, CeraVe. CeraVe salicylic face wash. I now started using it more often. Before I used to use it once a week or something, but now I use it every day. No, not every day, Sha. Yeah, I use it every day. When I have my bath at night, I use it every day. But in the morning, I use Neutrogena, that Neutrogena water something face wash. My hubby had a vasectomy. No pregnancy. Okay, no pregnancy is also 99% anyway due to medical reasons. Most Nigerian men will not with clear eye. Yeah, my husband said he has looked into it and he just did not want to do it. I was like, okay, now fine. Now you have to be comfortable with licking your sweet with wrapper on. And he was like, yeah, is he complaining? Like, whatever. Me, I'm complaining. At my big age. At my big age, I'm complaining, please. But yeah, better like this than any other way. But I think that one of the reasons why it is even this way is that these are things that men do not talk about. When it comes to what is the name? Women. See us talking about birth control, sex, everything here. But men never. They will rather faint than talk about these things. If they talk about these things, they will understand the importance more and they will be more sympathetic towards women in general, and they will go and do these things. When you hear your friend has done it or your friend wants to do it, or it will work, but they will never talk about these things. They will never. That's why. But women also are always looking for solution up and down. Every time we're discussing this, discussing that. Anywhere you go online, you'll be seeing women saying these things freely, but men never don't talk about it. It's even now that some men are even trying to talk about it. And if you go to the comment section, you will see men saying, calm down, what's your own? Keep quiet, I better rest, or stop pandering to women. That's what I see a lot now. When you see a man, let's say now if a man makes a video saying, oh, men, don't allow your wives to go through this alone, go and do this, go and do that. You will see men saying, why are you pandering to women? Then they're still not going to pick you. They're still not going to sleep with you. So why are you pandering to women? I'm like, come on, go and sit down. Is that all you think about? Is that all you know? Discuss these things, because if men discuss these things, trust me, more men will go and do it. But many men will just read. And the truth is that if you read only online about some of these things, you will not agree to do them. Even as a woman, if you go and research about IUD, even the one that I like to. In fact, if you even listen to my video now, you might not even want to go and do normal IUD because of my own experience, right? So online is not the best place to get the best information. Well, if you want to be discouraged or if you want to know about the disadvantages, it's good to check online. But if you want to be encouraged, talk to other people. And when you hear their experiences, you want to do it. But they'll not agree. Once that, thank God, that some people are not stressing me. Because if you stress me, that's when, or if you now tell me I have to go and do because even when I was then, I'll be like, should I go and remove the IUD? He'll be like, go and remove it now. Why are you stressing yourself? Go and remove it now. I'll be like, go and remove it now. Go and remove it now. So that I don't even know why I'm ranting. Then he'll be like, nobody's forcing you to put this thing on. You can just go and remove it. I'll be like, what do you mean by I should go and remove it? When I not remove it now, then it's mean I'll not start stressing myself and not be thinking about whether or not I'm pregnant. Every time you'll be checking, every time you'll be afraid, you'll be wondering, hey, God, I beg you. If you manage to miss your period like this, your period just delay for one day, you've already started begging God, you started making new vows, you started, donating things to charity. But it's funny how I went from making vows and donating to charity to have children, and now I'm doing the same thing, not to have children. It's just funny. It's just funny. It's a man's world, sadly. Yeah, it's a man's world. That's just the truth, okay? And it's a man's world because for the longest time, men were the ones that, well, it's still to their credit though, because I'm not one of those people that believe so much in patriarchy. I don't believe so much in it, because if you weigh their own disadvantages as well, they have a lot of disadvantages as well, right? And the reason why some things are going in their favor is because for the longest time, they were the ones that were in charge of so many things, right? So yeah, it's a man's world, but when it comes to bad things as well, it's also a man's world. They are more likely to, be victims of different things too. What's the time now? How long have I been on this live? You guys, I'm getting tired of talking. Oh, let's talk about this. Yes, she said it's a man's world because men were created to be selfish. It's their nature. To be honest, I feel like women now are even catching up to this, because for the longest time I used to advise women about this thing, especially when it comes to relationship. I think the advantage I had is that, again, it comes down to that me not giving an F about people, okay, or not liking people in general, right? So I feel like, okay, something's happening about. So I feel like because of it, while I was dating, I was very, very selfish. And me, I know, and I did not give a flying F. I was very, very selfish. Nobody ever broke up with me because my eyes and my brain was always intact. I could act in love, but I was never in love. Never. In fact, when it comes to the whole thing of being in love is now in marriage that I can say for a fact that I am actually in love. And I feel like it's not even just because, I think it's because of so many things. Okay, so many things joined together and made it. Not that, on my own, butterflies in my, you see that butterflies in your tummy. I get it though. I guess when it comes to crush, right? But that somebody will constantly giving me butterflies. Nobody, they don't reach. It's only now that I can say it. But then, come on, get out. So when I was dating, I was very selfish. I was about my own interests. What did I like? What did I want? And who was of the most benefit to me? So when I see women that are dating, you are doing boyfriend in 100 level and you are suffering, you are crying because of boyfriend in 100 level, my dear sister, ask God to deliver you from whatever it is that is holding you back. That it is your village people that are on your case. You are in 100 level, you are in university, you are dating a 400 level student that you know that will soon graduate and leave you and go and marry somebody else. And you are there crying for him, suffering for him, washing his clothes, arranging things for him, chopping nonsense. He's cheating on you. You are there begging, laughing, crying, doing everything to please to appease the man, to please him. Oh God, oh God. I can't relate. And I say this thing very boldly, and I always say it's because I want women to learn. Men are built to be selfish, okay? And the less, I don't want to say emotional, because to be honest, the older I get, the more I realize that men are actually very emotional. Forget that when they say men are not emotional, men are more logical. Here, it's a lie. Men are very emotional, but because they have been built to be selfish, they are able to make the logical decision for themselves because they are being selfish, right? But men are as emotional, if not more emotional than women. Argument for another day, right? So, but yeah, if you the more logical you are, the more I used to tell my husband now that the reason why I married my husband is not just because I liked him as a person. I actually do like before, not like I'm not nice, but I mean then I actually did like him as a person. But when it came to that point of getting married or even allowing him to go and see my parents, forget love or forget forget feelings. I did the maths. I calculated. I use wisdom, the eyes of the spirit. I use the eyes of the spirit to look far ahead. Okay. That's why I said things about marry a man that is kind and all of these things. Okay. There are signs of it, there are symptoms of it before you actually get married. One of the things that I noticed about my husband before I got married was that I used to still what would they call that word now? My husband, I still call him that thing now. My husband, what's the word now? Anyway, something like my husband is the kind of person that always fights for the oppressed. Okay, in any situation, if he kind of senses that you are the oppressed in that situation, he will fight for you. When it comes to advising people, he always sides with whoever he feels is oppressed. He almost did that thing to me. At some point, I was like, I beg. Even with my kids now, sometimes he always makes me look as if I'm so like when I'm shouting at them, he was trying to tell me that I should just take it easy, like I'm maltreating my children. Not maltreating in the sense of maltreating, but you know what I mean. Like he makes it look as if I'm just so somehow when it comes to my children. I'm like, I beg. Don't bring that your comforter of the afflicted to me, okay? But anyway, that was one of the things I saw in him before we got married. Okay, he's always, even in normal conversations, I noticed that whenever he feels like somebody is oppressed, he wants to defend that person, he wants to help the person, he wants to be on the person's side. Then one time I went to my sister to go and see him. This was even very funny. I went to my sister to go and see him then when he came to Lagos and he was staying in his cousin's house, right? So he told me that he was taking his cousin's kids to a game zone. What do they call that place? Game arena, something like that. He was taking his cousin's kids there that we can come along if we want. Oh, the heater is on. No wonder I'm feeling very hot. Anyway, that I can come along if I want, right? So I said, okay, I'll come. So I and my sister, we took cab and went to meet him there. So when we got there now, we were still dating, mind you. When we got there, I was expecting this man to, be all over me because I'm used to it. I was used to it. Trust me, I enjoyed when it comes to dating. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed. I'm not even going to lie. I enjoyed. I was a user. Yes, call me a user, whatever. I was a user then. So I was expecting when I just come, you just leave everything you're doing, leave everything, drop everything because the queen has arrived. This man did not. He greeted me or said hi to me, allowed me, told me to sit down there, asked me if I wanted to eat or anything, and I think he got something for me and my sister to eat. I can't even remember very well now, but I know that he attended to us briefly and then went back and was helping the kids, playing with them, taking them around. And me, I was like, what the hell? I'm not used to being ignored. Why would you ignore me when I'm here? I left my house in Festa, came all the way to VI. Where is that place? And you are here focusing on kids that you will stay in the same house with. What kind of rubbish is that? Right? And I quarreled with him for it too. I got angry and quarreled with him for it. he was not apologizing to me that, because they are kids and he promised to take them out there. That was why he had to just spend time with them and just basically play with them, okay? He shall apologize about it, and I accepted and I left. But do you know that that's one of the reasons why I married him? That thing that I quarreled with him for is in fact, it's one of the biggest reasons why I married him, because I saw the way he was with these children. He was like he paid so much attention to detail when it comes to them, the way they were behaving, the way he was playing with them. He was very, very, there's some men that will carry kids and go out, and the child is climbing inside the mouth of the dragon, and the man is there laughing and gisting and talking. Meanwhile, the child that you came with is entering inside the mouth of the dragon, But in his own case, he wasn't like that. He was paying attention to each child, and he was making sure each child was comfortable and each child was happy. Each child was, enjoying themselves. I quarreled with him for it, but that was one of the biggest reasons why I married him. Okay, so when it came to that point, use your head, my dear sisters. That is when you have the opportunity to be as selfish as possible. Once you get married, I'm sorry, you can try, but it's not as easy. It doesn't even make sense to be selfish when you are married. It doesn't even make sense. Like what I was saying about being a parent. It doesn't even make sense to be selfish when you're married, because at this point, you guys are trying to build a life together. You can't just be selfish. I mean, you can try to be independent and do some things for yourself, but you can't be 100% selfish. But when you are dating, you can be 100% selfish, especially when it's at the beginning time. You're just trying to get to know somebody. Use your head, okay? Be a user. Okay, I'm not advising you to be a user like that, Shao. You can do some things in return, but the things you should do in return are things that will not stress you too much. So, for instance, I will never go to your house and cook for you. I will never just be in my house and cook for you. But if I cook and you want to eat, I'll allow you eat. That's a compromise for me. What else again? I'm not going to spend money on you. Okay, if it's your birthday and you did something very nice for me on my own birthday, then okay. If a guy tells me, then when I was in school, people tell me, oh, come and meet me, because when social media came out, that was Facebook, yeah. When it came out on Facebook, I used to chat with some guys when I'm bored, right? And they'll be like, oh, come and visit me, I'll pay your flight ticket, I'll do this one. Never. You come and visit me. Come and visit me. I am the queen. Come to my own palace. That my nonsense hostel. Come there, look for a place, lodge, and come and visit me. So that's how I feel like people should be. How can you be in 100 level and you're doing, oh, I'm so faithful to my boyfriend. Meanwhile, the boyfriend is cheating on you, treating you anyhow. Now, I'm not saying that you should be unfaithful. I'm not saying that you should now be sleeping around, right? Dates. That's why I saying it's not about the age at which you marry. I don't want to get into that marry early or marry late. Oh, no, we're not going into that discussion. But it's not about the age at which you marry. It's about the age of your experience. Some people are 20, but they have more experience than you, that you are 35. I'll be 36. More than me. Their eye don't tear reach back. They don't put zip and back. I was one of those people that my eye tear reach back, but I put zip and zip it back. So when you see me, when you meet me, when I talk to you, you know that I'm a good girl. But make no mistakes, my good girl is not. I'm not a senseless good girl. Let me put it that way, because when they say, "Oh, good girls carry last," there's this thing that people say that good girls end up with either bad men or don't even end up with the right men at all, right? Meanwhile, bad girls and quotes, it's not good girl and bad girl. It's about being smart. It's about being wise. It's about wisdom. It's not about your character, right? No, character. Wisdom is a character to an extent, but it's not about whether you're a good girl or a bad girl. It's about how wise you are about things, right? So there are so many bad girls that still ended up with rubbish men. In fact, I feel like there are more bad girls that ended up with rubbish men, but their stories do not make news because it's expected or it's not out of the norm. But when you see a so-called bad girl that ends up with a good guy, that's when people will plaster up and down. I know that girl, when she was in school, she was a runs girl, she was a this. I look at who she ended up with. She ended up with this rich man. It's not about money. It's not about money. You don't know what the girl is seeing in her marriage. But anyway, all I'm trying to say is that you have to be wise. The reason why they say some good girls don't end up with good men is because some of them are good, not because they are good, but because they are foolish. Okay, what you describe as good girl is a foolish girl or a girl that is not exposed. So I advocate for let your eye tear, then put zip and zip it so that when needed you can unzip. What kind of rubbish analogy is this one? But you get it. When needed, you can unzip. You can be a bad bee, but you can also be a church girl. Okay, you can be a bad bee that is twerking and doing the most, but you can also zip his back and be an angel. That's the sweet spot, okay, especially when you are younger and you are still trying to choose. So when I tell man, come and wash your head and come and use your head and come and be giving you rubbish stress, and this is still for ladies that are still in uni. All these my young girls that are still in uni. No man should be giving you stress when you're in uni. The only thing that should be stressing you is your education. If a man is going to stress you, cut him off and move on to the next. Move on to the next. You know how people say, I don't have any ex, right? I'm one of those people that said that, I don't have any ex because when I break up with you, I will tell you that we were not dating. Like my own breakup is that I've moved on to another person and I will tell you that we were not dating. To your face, so I'll tell you that, is it because we're just being cute and nice? You now think that I'm your girlfriend? Now, wow, which guy? Rest, better move back. Don't overdo yourself. But seriously, I'm saying it now, and it's funny, but it's actually the truth. A lot of people are allowing men use them, and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't, to be honest. It just doesn't. When you have a choice again, and you have a choice. You are young, you are fine. Even if you're not even fine or whatever, even if you're not fine or whatever, as long as you can dress well, you can look good, you can take care of yourself, and you smell nice, you're a good looking girl, and you are young, and you have people left, right, and center. It's of you to date around and get to know different people. But again, I say date, I didn't say sleep around. You don't have to have sex with people. You can date, you can have friends, you can. When I was in school, I was one of those people who had more male friends than female friends. Not in a braggy way, because some people that come and say, "Oh, I have." Some people feel like if you say you had more male friends and you're trying to brag, it's not a brag. It's not a brag. It doesn't even make sense to be a brag. It's not a brag. But what I'm saying is that my best friend was a female. Okay, so I had like 2 girls that I was really, really close to because naturally my circle is always close. So anytime I have friends, they don't just pass 2. When I have good female friends, they know they pass 2 or 3. Maximum 4. And that maximum 4, maybe that 4th person, we're not that close, but I can say you're in my circle, right? So my best friend, I had two girls I was really close to. Yeah. But I had many boys I was close to, many men I was close to. And the reason why I was close to a lot of men was because I even knew, even while I was close to them, I knew that this friendship, now only me, they see them as friendship. You they try your luck. I knew. I was one of those girls that knew, and I will use them to the fullest, because if you want to be foolish, that's your business. I'm not using you as per. I'm not using you. When I say I'm a user, by the way, I'm not saying that I'm going out of my way to try and use people. What I mean is that if you extend help to me, I will receive it gladly. That's just it. If you want to help me with something, I will not say no. If you want to, give me a helping hand in one way or the other, I will not say no, but I will not ask you. That's one thing, again, I never did. I will never ask you. I never used to ask anybody for anything, without money or anything. I will never ask you. But if you say, let's go and eat lunch, no wahala now. You're my friend. We're friends. We're just going to eat lunch as friends. If you pay for me, fine. But it doesn't mean that we're dating, right? Mm-hmm. So I was close to so many guys, and I think that thing also helped me to understand, because I study people as well. So if I'm close to you, I'll be studying your behavior and everything. It helped me understand the nature of men and understand that once, especially in that stage, once a man's getting close to you, he's only after one thing. For the most part, it's the time, especially if you're in uni, the time, their age, their stage in life. They are not coming to you because they are trying to build one fantastic future with you. So if you are there auditioning to be a wife, you are wasting your time. You are auditioning to be a wife to someone that does not want to be a husband. What is that? What is that? You are auditioning to be a wife, but the person you are auditioning to be a wife to, it does not want to be a husband. So why are you wasting your time? Let us boyfriend and girlfriend it to the end now. Let us casually to the end. You want it to be casual? Let's casual. I will be more casual than you, Seth. I will even be more casual than you. So when I break it off, you cannot say I'm your ex because we were not dating. Mind yourself. No, but seriously, why I'm saying all these things again, I'm still going to keep reiterating it, is that men are selfish in nature, and the more women realize this, the better for us. The more we imbibe it, the better for us. Again, but do not be selfish without reason. I mean, you have the Spirit of God in you if you're a Christian anyway. You have the Spirit of God in you, so you should know when you are being like actually like selfish in the real sense of the word, right? But what I mean by selfish is that you should be able to always think of yourself and think of what's best for you in every situation and do what is best for you in every situation. Okay, try and do what is best for you because it's not about realizing it. So some people realize it. Some girls, you advise them finish, they will agree with you. I had a friend like that in university and she used to annoy me. She was my best friend though. I love that a lot. In fact, we were so close from almost from 100 level to final year, not even almost from 100 level to final year, from what they call the name, from not matric, before matric registration. That's when I met her. Till final year, we were very close, right? But she's that kind of person that you will advise from morning till night. She will accept all your advice. Then tomorrow she'll come and laugh and tell you that she did the exact opposite. Okay, so I don't think in many cases it is the knowledge that is the problem. It is the applying the knowledge that is the problem. So you know what's right, you know what's good, but because the guy has beards and deep voice, you are often pints. My sister. My sister, respect yourself, help yourself. Yeah? Because the man he has deep voice, he's tall, he has broad shoulder, you're often pint anyhow. No, now. For nothing, no. No, now. No. Sorry. Let me see. I've missed a lot. Yeah. Yes, men are very emotional. Yes, now they are not as logical as it is projected. Exactly. They are not. They are not. It's just that because they are selfish, they tend to more often than not do things that will favor them. So that's why they advance quicker and better and faster in so many things because they are thinking of themselves and themselves only. They're only thinking about you. And it's not even shade to you or anything, not because they don't like you or anything. They might love you, like you, love you to the end, but they are still thinking about themselves. And it's even in marriage, there are a lot of men that everything they are doing for you, they are doing it for you because even my husband to an extent, self, I've told him this thing before that I feel like sometimes the things he does is because it favors his soul. Because he will make heaven because of it. That's why he's doing it. Not because, oh, he loves you so much that you're such a this thing. And to me, in that aspect, I actually prefer it because the reason why such men will not cheat is because they don't want to miss their way to heaven. That's it. It's not because you are the most beautiful or the most anything in their eyes. It's just because they have a principle that they live by, and that's, they want to make heaven, they want to be good, they want to do good, they want to, follow the word of God. That's why they do something that they do. Okay, so it's still selfishness in a way. That's a good kind of selfishness, if I would call it that. But you get the point. Who said I cringed a lot? Oh, where did she? I missed Tochi's. Well, Tochi said I was foolishly. Okay, let me go up. I think like a man. I'm very intentional and borderline selfish. Yeah. I used to think like a man a lot. It's just now that even now I still do, but with family and all of that, you have to balance it out. You can't have too masculine energy in the house, right? But I have always been that kind of person that used to follow logic. I used to follow logic very well, and I think it's still because that emotional part that I feel like I used to fake sometimes, it wasn't there. So you now be feeling bad. Has a man cried for you before? If men have not cried for you before, you have not gotten it. two cried for me, and as they were crying, I was like, oh no, don't cry. But in my mind, I was like, ew, never ever will I end up with such a person. Sorry, yeah, that's being not misogynistic. What's the word now? Men are allowed to cry. Please, honestly, men are allowed to cry, but please don't cry. But please don't cry near me. I'm sorry. Please don't cry near me. My femininity is not rich like that. I'm too feminine for that. Please don't cry near me, okay? So remember, I know some people that I liked a lot too. Like I really, really like them, but when I was crying, please. I was like, ew, that was the end. That was the beginning of the end. This can never happen. But anyway, yeah, like I forgot what I was going to say itself. Okay. Let me see. Someone said foolishly in love. You were wise at a young age. Yes. I was what do you call it, precocious child? Precocious, yeah. I think that's the word, yeah. From very young, my eye opened, my eye tear very, very early, very, very early. And I have a child in this house that is like that, right? The one I said acts exactly like me. I don't want to say the person's name just in case. But anyway, I mean, they're not watching the live, but just in case. I had a friend, I have a child like that, and I was exactly that way at that age. I need to drink water. Anyway, my point is that when I was younger, and my parents in their mind, they are coding things. That's in they're saying things in code. I understood everything. I understood it very, very well. My siblings might not have gotten it too, but you see me, I understood it very well. I was very precocious. I was very curious. There's some things that are even unearthed in my family that nobody else, like all of us saw this. I think I said this thing before. All of us saw the same thing. All of us saw the same image. But me, my sense went far ahead and I unearthed some family secrets. Okay, so I was a precocious child, and I think that's what helps me a lot. However, because of it, I lost a lot of my childhood. Okay, I lost my childhood really early because of other things, which I don't want to go into. Well, abuse and all of that, right? So I lost my childhood early, and that's why I try my best to preserve my children's childhood, because I lost my childhood early. I knew bad thing from very, very, as at 4 years, my eye had already turned to different kind of rubbish, right? So that's why now I try to preserve my children's innocence. Do you know that, for instance, now when my kids have their bath, right, they can just, if there's no towel in the bathroom, they can walk out naked. I used to have this urge to say, no, you shouldn't walk out naked. Just cover yourself. Make sure you cover yourself. I used to have that urge to say it, but then I'll tell myself, preserve their childhood. Don't make them start getting too conscious of their body at this age. So I'll be like, oh, go and get your towel. It's in the room. Go and get it. I won't say, no, cover yourself, cover yourself. I'll just be like, oh no, can't get your towel in the room, right? So they know to cover themselves, but I don't want it to be in their subconscious. I give them sex education. I tell them about their bodies. Don't let anybody touch your body or anything. Like I do all of that, but at the same time, I don't want it to be like what they think about all the time, because as a child, it happened to me. So yeah, my eye tore very, very early. I now put zip. So it's that zip now that I was unraveling small. Sometimes I unravel it to the end, sometimes I put it back. Now my mama hold me. It's my mother's prayer and my father's discipline that helps me not to turn full blown. Because if I wanted to be a bad girl in school, Jesus, I would have spoiled finish, rotten, finish. I think like a man, very intentional, borderline selfish. Okay, yes, you were very wise. I was a dundee when I was young. I wish I knew a lot of things I know now. But again, like what I said about losing your childhood, sometimes it's okay to be foolish too. Sometimes, so depending on in what situation, it's okay to be foolish when you're younger, because having sense comes with its own price. Yeah. I teach my kids to be selfish, love yourself. Yeah. I teach my kids to be selfish too, to outsiders. Inside with their siblings, I always tell them, don't be selfish, no. But outside, if Cora comes and tells me somebody took my this, or somebody did not allow me have thoughts, I'll say, next time you insist that you have your turn. You insist, because if you're not selfish, they will chook hand in your eye. The world is not about to pity you. The world is not trying to be nice to you. If the world is trying to be nice to you, it's because it's for their own selfish gain. So you self, play the game. Play the game. Same with me. I was foolishly in love. Yes, men are very emotional. Okay, I've read this one. Yeah. Chai, I thought it was only me. I cringed a lot at things I remember I did. Yeah. No, but when it comes to cringing, I don't think, no matter how smart you are, no matter how smart you think you are, trust me, you must cringe. Oh, and things I remember now, God of mercy. And trust me, I am very hard on myself. I'm very hard on myself when it comes to, judging myself, right? I've tried to stop it. I've tried to give myself grace, but it's still hard. When I remember some things I did, I'll be asking myself, but why? What is wrong with you? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? So there are still situations where I did very cringy things, but not when it comes to man. Not when it comes to man. When it comes to man, I'm proud of myself for how I was. Um, so I say I have whatever accumulating here. I'll use my savings and be throwing surprise birthday party and buying gifts. And when it's my turn, I won't get anything. Eh? It's again. You use your savings and be throwing surprise party and buying gifts. Wow. 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 Hey. Oh, I totally relate to your personality. Yes, the Bible says, be gentle as a dove, but be as wise as a serpent. Exactly. Exactly. I know one funny thing about this being gentle and also being wise. The good thing about it is that many people will underestimate you, right? Many people will underestimate you. Many people would, which is good in your, I mean, it's good for you because people will not see you coming. Let me put it that way, right? So I've had relationships where the guys initially thought that they were using me or thought that I was a good girl. There's one particular one that when I remember now, I just look at the guy, I just laugh. We met, okay, no, we didn't meet in, we met, right? But we became closer because he attended my church one like a few times, and in church I was a church staff. I was also an usher, right? I've always served in church right from when I was younger. I don't know why now it's hard for me. After seeing some things, church hurt is actually real. Oh. After seeing some things that happen in church, because once you start serving in church and start getting closer to the authorities in church, you need the grace of God to be able to stand. Though you need the grace of God. It's either you are complicit or if you are somebody who thinks for themselves, or you are very, if you're somebody who is very, if you're somebody who thinks for yourself, okay, who is what's that what we said initially, who is a non-conformist, if you serve in church and you go very close to authorities in church, there's a high chance that you will drop out of church and you might not even return. For someone like me, thank God that I still go to church. However, I never returned the same. Like, I find it hard to serve in church now because I served in church very well. Don't worry. I said I was church staff. I was usher. I was children church teacher. I've cleaned church before. I've entered arranging before. The only thing I've never done is ushering. No, not ushering. Choir. I never did choir, but every other thing I in one way or the other I did, right? So this guy saw me in church as church staff, and as church staff, they used to collect offering. You know, that's how he told me that he really paid attention to me, Sha. Because but we've met before. So this guy thought because I'm church staff, he thought because I'm church staff, you do nonsense and get away with it. Oh, I showed him pepper. Let me just leave it at that. I showed it himself. He testified that I showed him pepper. I showed him pepper, and I was happy that I showed him. When I was showing pepper, I was very, very happy. Yeah, me, I was smart. I knew what I wanted. Yeah. Knowing what you want is very good, though. At any point in life is very good. Dash you money, you will not say no. Yes, now I will not ask you. I will not ask you for money. I will not beg you for money. I won't even talk about it. But if you give me, I mean, who am I to say no? Why you want to? You are being charitable. Why do I want to deny you your reward in heaven? Because the reward will not come from me, obviously. But now your reward is in heaven, so I need to help you get your reward in heaven by collecting your money. I know kind of people. Okay. Yeah, Momo girls is lack of strong character. Thank you. It is lack of strong character. Let's stop saying all this. Oh, good girls don't do this one. Bad girls. It's a lie. It is if you lack strong character, whether you call yourself a good girl, a church girl, a runs girl, a bad girl, you will still fall. No matter the spectrum you fall under, you will still fall. You will still be used. You will still end up badly. You will still miss rubbish men. You will still end up with rubbish men. So it's not about that. You know, this thing. Even in marriage, that's their nature. Yeah, it's their nature. Hello, this is a good evening. First time seeing you live. Okay, thank you. Okay, one cried for me that year. How did you feel? Did you still end up with the person? Hey, cry for me. I'm not saying don't cry, you, but stay away from me with your tears, please. I don't know. I was Especially when what you're crying for is, in my own opinion, is stupid. Crocodile tears. I like you so much. I want us to be together and you're crying. Come on, get out of here. Get out of here. No human nature. Come on, get out. You go cry, finish now. Tomorrow you go cry for another person. Come on, get out. Carry your tears and stay far away. It's not a lack of strong character. Sometimes you just be kind and love because you love love. But it's where we live and learn. And my sister, it's still lack of strong character, because for it to get so now I'm the kind of person that I can be kind and I can love people, okay, right? But it is strong character that will make me say enough is enough when I see that it is now from clap, it's already entering dance, okay? When the hand is now moving from fingers to elbow and to shoulder, I can now, it's the strong character that will make you say enough is enough and you move away. Okay, so if you're being kind and you're being loving is putting you in a very precarious situation, then, and you're not stopping it, then you have to try and work on that. Okay, again, I say this thing that I don't get it when ladies say they used to fake orgasm after entering sex again, but yeah, whatever. Please, this channel is not made for kids though. If your children are around, I beg, keep them one side though. I beg, I take God beg you. If it's a child that does not understand, maybe like a baby, I know wala. But any child that can decode, please take them away. I don't understand why women fake orgasm. I will never get it. No matter how you want to explain it to me. Okay. It sounds to me like I don't have sex. I'm just stroking the male ego. I'm not what it. I don't have. That's how I see it. Because why on earth? The worst. I like this shower. Sit time. The worst for me is you are fornicating. You are fornicating and you are still faking it. I'm not saying that now you don't fake it so that you enjoy it because you're fornicating. Don't fornicate, please. I am totally against sex before marriage, to be honest. I'm being serious. I'm not fake serious. I'm not fake serious. I'm being serious right now. I do not advocate for sex before marriage because to me, I feel like the disadvantages are more than the advantages. Trust me. All people that say, oh, you want to test your car before driving it, be whatever. Are you still driving that car now? Are you still driving that car that you tested? Are you still driving it? How many cars did you test? And how many are you still driving till today? So that matter is not mattering, okay? And trust me, if you buy the right car, for you, you will learn to drive it, okay? The car too will learn to drive to carry you well. You will learn each other very well, okay? So I do not advocate for sex before marriage. I'm putting it out there. Mommy, in case you're watching, in case you're watching, I don't advocate for that. But how are you fornicating and you are pretending? Did I swear for you, my sister? You are fornicating. You are risking your journey to heaven. You are risking your soul. You are risking your mansion in heaven. They say it's not mansion there. Whatever. You are risking the heavenly race and you are not enjoying it on top. Can't you see that it's village people that are worrying you? Can't you see that this is not normal? I never did it for one day. I never understood it. If you are not doing it the way I want it, I don't care if you are in the throes of passion, if you are feeling so connected to me, if you are feeling like the world is I will stop you there and say, hello, it's not working for me. I don't know what you're doing there. Like, can you stop? Can you stop? Stop. No, I mean stop. Like, no, for real, just stop it. Like, it's not working for me. I don't. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Because let me not go too deep into this topic, shall? Let me go to this because the thing does not. So there are so many scenarios that girls talk about now that I don't understand why they did it. Even the ones that go and fight woman because of your boyfriend that was cheating on you, you go and fight his girlfriend. I say even my husband now, God forbid, but even my husband now, I cannot go and fight any woman for him. Then you are in university or you are a young girl, you are single, and you are fighting another woman because of a man. Oh my God. Let me tell you, I never had that situation, Sha. I never had that situation, but instead of me to fight that woman, he will have to fight a man. Him will have to fight a man. Like, that's just it. You will have to fight a man, because I will not be there to even be finding out whether you are cheating or you're not cheating. I've moved on. We are ready. We moved on. Again, like I said, we're not even dating. So why are you feeling bad? Why are you feeling bad? Okay. Now I hold them close to my bosom. Okay. No. The world is not trying to be nice to you. Yes, just think about it, right? Nature naturally is survival of the fittest. That's nature naturally. It is survival of the fittest. The world, I don't care which system you think you are in or which system you are referring to, whether it is a school system, educational system, or a charity organization, whatever it is that you think it is, right? The world is not naturally trying to be nice to you. If they are trying to be nice to you, there is a reason for it, and most times it is benefiting somebody somewhere. So you have to play the game and also benefit yourself. Now, again, I'm not saying that you should go and start doing anything that's unethical or against your faith, or something. I'm not saying you should do something bad, but I'm just saying be wise. Just be wise. Once you see that things are going left, jump ship quickly. Jump ship quickly. That's what works for me. I used to jump ship quickly. I used to jump ship before you even realize that you are falling out of love with me. That's how bad it is. The moment I just feel one, when I was still dating, when I just feel one, giving me attitude. Before you recover from that attitude, I've moved on, because there were so many options to choose from. If it's maybe you're older, okay, maybe I understand, but you're still young, you have options to choose from, and you're there. You have so many good options to sample before by sample I mean dating, please. But you have so many good options to sample before you settle down, and you are there sticking to. I used to hear girls that would say things like they dated for 7 years, 8 years. Hey, I will never understand it. I'm sorry, I'll never understand it. Okay, maybe if you started dating when you were 16, maybe, yeah, you were 16. 16 plus 7 is what? 16 plus 7 is what? 13? Maybe? Let me not discuss myself. Yeah, 13. So that's 23. Oh, 16 plus 7. 23, sorry. Let's say you are 16 and then you dated for 7 years at 23. You get my, okay, I understand that one. But you are 22, you dated till you are 28. The same person. And some of you, the guy was 35, dated till you were 42. You're not ready. Yes, church hurt is real. When I think of certain things, I remember the verse in the Bible that says, "Thy word have I hidden in my heart, that I may not sin against thee." And salvation is personal. Exactly. Like I was advising one of my friends, and thank God she took that advice. I was saying, see, what I do now is that as long as the theology, what the pastor is saying at the pulpit, what he's preaching, aligns with the Bible, that's why you need to know the Bible for yourself. As long as it aligns with the Bible and it aligns with the interpretation, because some people, they can know the scripture, but their interpretation is going left and right, or going left. As long as what the person is saying aligns with what with the word of God and it makes sense to me, I'm fine with it. Okay, I don't want to start digging into their personal life, because if you dig, trust me, you will find something. They are all human beings. Every single person that is a pastor or whatever, they are human beings. If you dig deeper into their life, you will find something. However, once your secrets get exposed, once your bad behavior gets exposed and you are not remorseful about it, then I'm sorry, I cannot be in your church, okay? Because I cannot be in your church. I don't see why I will sit down in the what is the word now? I'll sit down in church and the pastor that is preaching to me, I know that he did something bad to somebody's wife, and he's still acting like he's just nah. I can't deal, right? So again, as long as they've not exposed you and you don't have any reason to be remorseful, if what you're saying from your mouth makes sense, I don't mind. I'll just be there. That's why I try not to go and serve too much in church, because if you go deep, you will see. Please go deep into it. Which one? Which one should I go deep into? Sex before marriage is a sin, but I'm indifferent about it now. Sex before marriage is mm, yeah, me, I'm not indifferent though. I'm not indifferent. I feel very strongly about it even more now. I feel very strongly about it even more now. But minus even the sin aspect, okay? Sometimes, not even sometimes, I feel like everything that is a sin is also detrimental to our health, whether or not it was pronounced a sin, okay? It's also detrimental to us, whether or not the Bible explicitly says it's a sin, okay? What I mean is this. Now, let's look at the disadvantages of having multiple sexual partners before marriage, okay? Even with the partner that you currently have. Let's look at the disadvantages before marriage. Number one, chances of STDs increase, chances of unwanted pregnancy increase, chances of other complications which stem from the ties that you have because you're having sex with that person increases. Chances of you not making the right decision, chances of you not making a decision with your clear eye because you've been stigmatized increases. Chances of you, when you finally get married, comparing your partner with your ex-partners increases. Chances of you getting tired by the time you've gotten married. You don't do and do and do and you don't tire. It increases, okay? So at the end of the day, the only advantage that people say is, oh, why won't I test? I want to know our sexual compatibility. I'm telling you for a fact that, except because people always give this example of what if you married a man, you now realize that he's impotent, or you now realize that he doesn't even have, or you now realize, then you can annul the marriage based on deceit or whatever, because that means the guy actually did something terrible. Because before you get married, you should discuss these things with your partners. You should let the partner know if you have an underlying health issue or whatever. Like, these are things you should discuss with your partners while you are still dating. Okay, so while you are still dating, you can discuss your sexual preferences, or maybe not sexual preferences, but you should discuss sex before you get married, right? And those things should come out. If they don't come out and you get married, it's unfortunate. I agree, it's unfortunate. And at that point, you actually have legal and moral grounds to dissolve the marriage if you want to, or you continue with it if you forgive him, whatever, right? So that's by the side. But when it comes to sexual compatibility, trust me, especially if you're young now listening to me, trust me, that thing you are doing, you people are not having sex. You people are not enjoying yourselves. I'm sorry. I don't care how many times you think you're doing it with your boyfriend now. That thing you people are doing, you people are jokers. You've not even seen anything. Because with time comes real compatibility. Real compatibility with time. And that time, I mean years. I'm not talking about 1 year, 2 years dating. I mean with time, real years will pass. You will now discover real compatibility. First of all, you're less awkward, you're less shy, you're more likely to want to please your partner, you are less likely to lie or fake it for your partner, because this is your partner now, your lifetime partner. You are less likely to lie or fake it. He is more likely to understand you better and want to please you. Most young boys are just there to get off and go. It is what it is. They're just there to get off and go. That's why I still don't understand why you are there faking and lying that you're enjoying it, meanwhile you are not enjoying. Why are you faking and enjoying? Because the guy is just there to satisfy himself and go. You satisfy yourself and go, Mba. You are there still satisfied because you don't want him to feel bad. You don't want him to feel bad. You better feel bad so that next time you will show up better. You better feel bad. Feel bad. Which guy? You're sacrificing your life, your body, everything to him. You're even increasing your chances of either getting, forget even heavenly race now. Chances of getting STD has increased. Chances of you getting pregnant for this guy has increased. You are actually literally subjecting your body to something that can be detrimental to your body for a short-term, temporary satisfaction, and you're not even getting that short-term, temporary satisfaction. Can't you see how you're a loser in both ways? Can't you just see how you're a chronic, like the L that you're carrying is like this? You're losing spiritually, you're losing physically, you're losing mentally. You're not even satisfied. He will do, satisfy himself and be feeling like an odogo and be walking up and down. You better bruise that ego so that his shoulder will come down. You better. Because nobody should come and report me for hate speech. But you better bruise that ego. Let him bring that his shoulder down. Because why are you raising shoulder when you don't even know how to satisfy your partner? Why are you raising shoulder? Why are you raising shoulder? You better humble yourself there. You better humble yourself there and realize that you are just a joker. Anyway, so yeah, like there's really no point having sex before marriage. And I'm still saying this with all conviction, there is really no point. There's no point that you want to bring up. I would say, because many people, while they were dating, they had sex, they were enjoying the sex, they felt good about it. They even married the guy that you were having the sex with. Then down the line, they started having issues and they're no longer compatible. What do you do then? What if, okay, you meet a guy, you're having sex with him, you are enjoying the sex, you feel like he's your best sex partner ever in life, and you feel like there's no room to improve, like you're good, right? Then you get married and then your hormones change, your body changes when you give birth and stuff like that. And then the guy now loses interest and it's just, okay, he now loses interest, he loses motivation to actually try, and because he had never needed that motivation to try and please you, he's not even trying to please you. What now happens? That your sexual compatibility, it goes away. And if the guy is not a good person, he can go and start finding another person that he'll be compatible with outside the marriage. At the end of the day, in fact, multiple people that he'll be compatible with outside the marriage, and you'll be there feeling sad. So what was the benefit? What you gain at the end of the day? Nothing. So to me, it's about a spiritual and mental compatibility. If you are with somebody that you are mentally compatible with, you are spiritually compatible with, you are fundamentally compatible with, and you both seek to please each other, there's nothing you cannot overcome. Nothing. There's nothing you cannot overcome. And if you have very open conversations, like you have honest, open conversations with your partner, I say bruise his ego, okay? But I mean, I was just joking when I said that. Well, not really. When you're dating, not really. But when you are married, please, I'm not saying you can't be bruising your husband's ego because you want to be But with love, you can actually say honestly where you feel like he's lacking, or you're not feeling it. It might not even be that it's not necessarily that he's lacking. It's just that it's not working the way it's going, right? You can lovingly correct him. And if he's a man that seeks to satisfy you, okay, if you marry someone that wants to please you, in fact, you will even be tired. Now you go to say, oh God, it's okay now, it's not food. Oh God, it's not food, right? If you marry a man that maybe after postpartum, you're not feeling yourself, and he understands you, he understands you're not feeling yourself, he tries, you're not interested, he will leave you alone and wait for you when you're feeling better. When you're feeling better, he goes, he tries to go in slowly, or tries to go in a way that will make you happy. He's asking you constantly, are you enjoying it? Do you like this? Do you want this? Are you feeling it? Should I stop? Or you say, oh, stop, it's paining me. He stops immediately. Why won't you enjoy sex with the person? I mean, if you have such a man, even if you didn't have sex with him before time, what stops you from enjoying sex in marriage with him? You will enjoy it very well. And guess what? You have nothing to compare it with. So how do you know that you're not even enjoying it when you have nothing to compare it with? So I hope I've made the case for no sex before marriage. Okay? Please. It's not worth it. Have you tried watching Dubai Blink? I have not, though. I have so many things to watch. I need to watch what's this one now? I need to watch Young Rich and African to the end. Then Love is Blind is coming. I'm not even doing Big Brother. I can't. It's not going to work. Yeah, so I've not watched it, but I'll try. He'll have to fight another man, another angle. Yes, now I'll not fight a woman. No, you have to come and fight another man, because trust me, there when you are young, okay, one of the advantages of having friends that they want you, but you've kept them in friend zone and you're just stringing them along. One of the advantages of that is that out of your friends, if your boyfriend is misbehaving, out of your friends, you can just choose one and move on. I'm not saying you have to move on. No. I'm not saying you should move on by getting under another person. No, but I'm just saying that because you have that male attention already, and you have male friends that like you, and actually not even like you, they love you, they want you for themselves, but because you've set that boundary, they're respecting that boundary, right? Because you have that kind of relationship with all those people, if your boyfriend is misbehaving, it will not pain you as much as when you have cut all your some girls will say, oh, my boyfriend does not like me to have male friends, so I don't want to have male friends, so my boyfriend will not be jealous. Sorry for you. I'm talking about young girls, so I'm talking uni level. I'm not talking about grown women that should have serious relationships. I'm talking about just casual young girl relationship. Don't do that. Thinking about it, why are so many men? This is why so many men cheat. They think they are so good when they are barely meeting up. Oh, Caroline, you got it. I don't know what I will give you now. You in fact, enter the nearest Louis Vuitton shop enter the nearest Louis Vuitton shop, just pick a bag there and tell them that Adeze sent you. Just tell them to bag it for you. That Adeze Space sent you. That's it. Just tell them that they will give you the bag. But anyway, this is the fact. You are stroking their ego. They are feeling on top of the world. They are feeling like they are macho people, macho men, and they are just there doing nonsense. Bruise that ego, my dear sister. Bruise it. If you bruise their egos enough, they will even change for the better. They will be better lovers. But no, you're there pampering him. The man is doing nonsense. The man is let's do something. But the man is there doing nonsense, and you're there saying, "Hey, yes, I like it. Oh, yeah, did you enjoy it? Yes, I enjoyed it." Meanwhile, you don't enjoy it. And many girls are lying to them. Many people are faking it. I did not, but I don't know what to tell my daughter in that regards. God help us. Is it about sex before marriage? Me, I'll always tell my children the truth. Okay, I'll tell them the truth, and I'll tell them the truth from God's word, right? But aside just the truth from God's word, I'll also give them the like all these examples I just gave you now, right? I also give them the same thing. So choose. It doesn't mean that it's a guarantee that they will not do it. Though, trust me, I'm already bracing myself up for my kids to develop themselves and just be their own person and make their own mistakes. Okay, but one thing I always pray. I even told Amarachi the same thing, or did I tell her? I was telling someone else that one thing I always pray for, even with Amarachi as well, is that make your mistakes. But okay, it's Amarachi I told, make your mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes, but I always pray that they do not make life-changing or life-altering mistakes. Okay, so make your mistakes. You know, you're young, you're growing, you're bound to make mistakes. You're bound to think that you have it all. Because don't get me wrong, even with all the things I'm saying, I still made some mistakes then, right? You're bound to feel like you have it all. You're bound to feel like you're sensible enough. You're bound to feel like you're your own person. You can make your own decision. You don't have to. Even if you're a Christian, there's something. Let me tell you something. Even with those of us that grew up with the Bible, you know, grew up in church, grew up, knew everything about the Bible, you will still open your eyes and commit some sins. It is normal human nature, okay? That's why Christ came and died for us. If we could do it on our own, Christ would not have come and died, okay? So yes, you will make your mistakes. You would definitely do things in error. You will do things in foolishness. You will do things in childishness. You will do things in just ego, okay? Right? But my prayer is that you don't make life-altering mistakes. By life-altering mistakes, I mean mistakes that can lead to loss of life or loss of vital parts of your life, or loss of quality of life, things that will alter the quality of your life. Okay, so I pray my kids, this is my light wants to follow, but that's stay where you are. I pray my kids do not like do things like drugs. Okay, it's not gonna take drugs and then now become a drug addict and then we're going from rehab to rehab. I'm not saying drug addicts don't get help, but it is hard, right? So I pray that my children don't fall for things, don't fall prey to things like drugs. They don't have, you know, accidents or things that will cause them severe accidents or death or things like that, right? So that's just my prayer. But if it's about mistakes, they will definitely make mistakes. So teach your children the right thing. Just give them the right information. Don't shy away from discussing anything with them. Give them the right information. Lay all the cards out. Let them make their choice. Then you now back it up with prayer. Okay, back it up with prayer. God, protect my children. Keep, guide their path. Keep them, help them not to make life-altering mistakes, help them to learn from their mistakes, or in fact, help them to learn from other people's mistakes. But if they were to make mistakes, let it be mistakes that they can learn from and become better people from, and also teach others from, okay? Not mistakes that will lead to permanent loss of life or permanent loss of quality of life and stuff like that. Nah. Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay, I agree with you totally about sex before marriage. When you choose, you look at it well. Okay, well, when you look at it well, you stand to gain more benefits from abstaining from sex before marriage as a woman. Yes, there's many benefits. Okay, now I talk about disadvantages. Well, now the benefits of abstaining from sex is number one, nothing to compare it with. Number two, you can make decisions clearly without being stigmatized or blinded by the thing. You can also move on quickly from men if you not have sex with them. That's the truth. Once you start having sex with a man, it becomes very difficult. But if you don't have sex with a man, it is easier for you to move on quickly from them. Also, advantages of not having sex before marriage. Oh, what's something I just forgot it now? Advantages of not having sex before marriage. Okay, yeah. When your period comes or doesn't come, you know why. When your period does not come, my dear sister, you know exactly why it did not come. Not the one that you will not be like, hey, Abi not. That thing is stressful. You know, what other advantage again? There's so many advantages, to be honest. You just move around this world with clear eye, and then when you finally meet your partner, you guys will enjoy it and build a life together without that. I mean, it's not like someone like me now, it's not like I'm not comparing anything, no, to be honest. Rubbish. Like I even said, those things people are doing, the people were just jokers, right? So I'm not comparing anything, but I'm just saying that I can imagine somebody who was very promiscuous with sex before marriage. You now have so many things to compare it with. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I also end my children self, they time for me. I think I'll just end like maybe just 10 o'clock, Sha. Yes, mistakes that changes the trajectory of one's life. Exactly. And trust me, that's why I always say that when people, another advice they give young people a lot is people will say things like, oh, when you're young, you should explore, you should go wild. Now, I said you should explore when you're young when it comes to dating, but again, I even still put a caveat there. I didn't say go and start having sex with different men. I'm saying just date. Get to know men, get to date men, talk with them, have male friends, hang out with guys within reason, with sense. Don't go and hang out with guys and you're in a guy's house, the guy likes you, but you're for me, he's just my friend. And the guy likes you, and the guy wants to have sex with you, but he's just my friend, he won't do anything. My dear sister, anything you see, you collect them. No, I'd not send you there, right? But for your experience sake, you should explore in that aspect. But people tend to tell young people, oh, your 20s are for exploring, your late teens and your 20s are for exploring, you should be doing this one, you should be doing that one. My dear, you better be careful how you explore, because you will explore and you will change the trajectory of your life. Some drug addicts today who are now nobodies, who are now going from one rehab to the other, or even living on the streets, now from exploration, it's not bad, now just try it. It's not bad, just try. It's from there that they are now on the street and their lives are now useless. Okay? Some people that died is because their friends pushed them into it. Oh, let's explore, let's go. Their friends pushed them into it. So then their friends literally pushed them off the ledge. Literally pushed. I'm talking about the ones that were killed by friends, right? So when people are giving that advice of, when you're young, you should explore, you should do this one, you should do that one, you better do it within reason. You better use your sense when you're doing it. Okay. Again, even people that say things like you need to do everything now, so that when you're older, you've done it. I'm telling you, people, that I have studied human behavior. I have studied people. The people who, when they were younger, were not wild. When they were older, they didn't change much. That's the truth. They didn't change much because, in fact, they were used to not being wild. So people like me, basically, even though I said, I explored, I wasn't a wild person. Again, my eye tear, but I put zip. So I wasn't a wild person because of my nature as well. I wasn't a wild person. So even till now, I'm still not a wild person, right? But you see those ones that were wild, that were saying, every time, let's do this one, do that one. Till today, they're still doing it. Till today, at their big age of 42, they are still doing it. I know somebody, as I call this age now, I'm friends to somebody. At their big age of 42, they are still misbehaving like teenagers. And you are like, at what point are you going to grow old? You are still there, especially men. You are still there forming, going to from club to club at your big age. So it's not about, if you do explore your young age so that you will not know. Explore, but explore within reason. You don't have to be wild. You don't have to do everything that your friends are doing. Again, if you were here from the beginning, I said it, that if the whole world is going this way, you better look into the other way and find out what is happening the other way, because sometimes the other way might actually be better, because the world is head mentality is a thing right now, and social media has made it even worse. Okay, everybody just follows this way. If you this is what is You see this woke ideology. Anyway, let me not get into that right now. But yeah, as a young person and you want to explore everything within reason, you have to better use your sense. Don't waste your life because you are trying to explore, so that when you are older, you will not do. And who says that when you're older, you can't even explore some of these things? In fact, I'm happy that I didn't even go to club when I was younger. I'm happy I went to club when I was older. And to be honest, nothing fantastic there. Okay, not fantastic there for me. It's just like, okay, whatever, right? There are some things that I would even rather explore now that I am older, because I am now more sensible and more equipped to explore those things with sense, right? Even people that talk about, now I don't want to talk about this one because I'm not trying to, okay, but let me just say, people who say that they'll rather, anyway, I don't talk about it, but basically, it's better for you to, there are some things that are easier and better for you to do when you are older. You have the money, you have the time, you have the energy, you have the information, and you have the experience, not personal experience, but you have people around you that have experienced such things, that right now you can do it and do it well. Okay. Anyway, you guys, I'm tired though. I think it's hunger that's worrying me, not even tiredness. I'm hungry. Okay. Was having a chat with my husband about a certain Nigerian celebrity who seems to be out there sleeping with every lady that passes by. And my husband said it's because he had all that money. And he said it's because he had all that money. Who are you referring to? Are you talking about Timini? I don't know why I'm talking about Timini. Do you mean Timini? Anyway, yes, now, when men have money, access to sex is higher now. That's facts. It's facts. I know women don't like to talk about it, but it is true. It is very true. Women like money. That's just the fact. And trust me, it's not because the woman is not making her own money. Even women that make their own money, they still like money. They still like another person's money. That's the fact. At least me, let me talk for myself, Sha. I make money, but I prefer my husband's money. I prefer spending his money. I prefer him buying things for me, right? And that's the way it is with so many women. Yes, trust me, some of the biggest gold diggers are actually people who have gold. Okay? The biggest gold diggers are those who know what gold is. The biggest gold diggers are millionaires, are rich people from rich homes. They're the biggest gold diggers. They're the ones that cannot even stand what you are even seeing as gold is rubbish to them. They're looking for next level gold. Okay, so the more gold you have, the more you attract women. That's just the truth. No matter how ugly you are, which is even worse. We are most grateful, my Lord, for this wonderful judgment on sex before marriage. Thank you. I told you it's more to do with lack of self-control. Oh yes, sure. Now, yes, of course, if a man has money, okay, Davido. Oh no, if it's Davido talking about, Davido's own is sure now. Davido's own is sure lack of self-control, because you're not the only rich person, right? You're not the only rich person. So if you lack self-control and you have the money, oh my goodness, there's no limit to what you can do. If you lack self-control, there's no limit to what you can do. Because tell me why you are still having pregnancy scare at your big age, at your old age, with all the money you have. You are still having pregnancy scare. You think you're the only person that is rich? Because for you to have pregnancy scare, it means that you are doing it wrong with the ladies. What the hell? And a woman is there. Nah. Yeah, so, and lack of self-control is not just a man problem, it's also a woman problem again as well. Sometimes women cannot control themselves when they are around certain men, and they just turn to slaves for those men. They can't say no, they can't just have sense. They can't say no because you like the man. Again, like I said, because he has deep voice and broad shoulder, you can't say no. Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Aaron, Pierre, just small dance the man did. Women are falling over social media. Oh my God, Aaron Pierre. Let me be the hater that will say, I don't see what you are seeing. Let me be the non-conformist. I don't see what you are seeing in that Aaron guy. Okay, to be honest, I see what you guys are saying, but I'm not. I don't I don't see him as the most attractive guy, but I definitely see what you guys are saying. And I like his smile. He has a very nice smile, and he seems like he has a very cool personality, and he has a good voice as well. But when it comes to his looks, I know they say amo. But anyway, that's it. Women tend to lose their self or lose themselves around certain men, and it's because of lack of self-control. Okay, lack of. Do you know how many times? Let me not even go to it, but do you know how many times in school I said no to situations where I know for a fact that I forgave. Oh, I would have gained well. I said no. It was pinching me. It was holding me. I just felt like just was there now, was there. But I said no. And I'm better off for it because right now I'm on social media. Hey, there are some things that if I had done then, right now, my comment section. I remember that if I had dated then, right now, my comment section, because there were some high profile people that I got to know when I was still in school. I would have dated them, I would have been on social media, but then social media was also prominent like it is right now. So maybe not, right? But let's just say I was still in school then and I had dated those men and I had been photographed with them. Right now, people will now have a track record. People will now have my dating footprint. But because I said no to some of those things, right now you don't know who anybody, my ex. I don't have any ex. I don't have any ex. And nobody, you can't prove it. Were you there? Were you there with us? But yeah, you guys, I need to end right now. I have enjoyed today's live. I really enjoyed myself. What's the topic here? My dear, we've done so many topics. So I don't even know which topic we are on now, but we've done so many topics. Consecrated Homemaker says, I don't see it too. Thank you. I'm not the only one. I don't see it. Cherished Olivia said, the guy is cute. No, he's cute. Let me not lie, he's cute. Let me not be a hater, because I was becoming a hater when the thing was not getting too much. When people start hyping something too much, people like me, if you hype something too much, I start looking for the flaws. The guy is cute, okay? He's cute. I like his smile. I like seeing his teeth. Fun fact. That Aaron Pierre's teeth, his top teeth, the way his teeth, because I like teeth, I like people's teeth anyway. It's a very weird thing to like, but I like people's teeth. The way his teeth is, right? Before I had kids, I used to pray that my children will have that kind of teeth. What's her name? This lady has it somehow. Hey, Tiwa Savage. That's if she has not done veneers. I think she has done veneers. I don't know if people will go and be covering their God-given beautiful smiles with veneers that look like God will give you beautiful smile, beautiful teeth. Yes, your teeth might have some quirks here and there. Your teeth might have some flaws here and there, which you can correct with minor procedures. But no, because you want white teeth and straight teeth, you're gonna carry something like this. I'm walking up and down. Anyway, but Tiwa Savage has that teeth. That Aaron Pierre has that teeth. But they have that teeth that is like bunny teeth. Like the two front teeth are a bit longer than the rest. If you guys know that kind of teeth, my husband has it a little, and one of the things I liked about him when I first saw him, because I get attracted to people's teeth a lot. So that bunny teeth where the two front teeth count down a bit, then the other ones are now straight. I love seeing it. So when I was younger, I prayed that my children will have it, and Cora, at least right now, she has it. So anytime she smiles, I'm like, I like your teeth. I like your teeth. That's if the teeth does not now grow and now straight and now become straight. But yeah, you have nice teeth, Adeze. Oh, thank you. But I like fine teeth. So the guy has fine teeth. That's all I can say. The rest is I don't see it. The guy's eyes are scary. His ears are big and flappy. His lips are wide. His face is kind of but he's a cute guy. Let me stop entering him, I beg. Okay. This life kept me going for my 90 minutes workout. Are you serious? Oh, that's nice. Because they have money, and the teeth makes them. Yes, exactly. Because they have money, you just make more money. Next thing, you go and put veneers. You have white teeth that is just like this. The teeth is like hanging over your bottom lip. Why? Looks like you put tissue in your mouth. Why? Okay, I love your live. In fact, I enjoy watching your videos, and you are one of my YouTube faves. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, you guys. I really enjoy spending time with you guys today. I'm going to start making promises again. Okay, hopefully we'll have this more often. Let me start making promises. Hopefully we'll have this more often. I'll try and do it on Saturdays in the morning. I'll try, but yeah. You'll see me when you see me. You'll see me when you see me. But I actually like doing lives because it's just like gisting with you guys. And at the end of the live, my video is already up. No editing, no nothing. It's actually sweet, but I just do not find the time most times because of so many other factors. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you see me in person and I'm not like this, just know that this is not my real face. It's not my real character. It's not my real character. Thank you so much, Cherished, Olivia, Anastasia, Consecrated Homemaker, Tony, Toria. Sorry if I murdered your name. Thank you so much. Talk to you guys later. Bye.